getting peeled, every rumor getting grilled. Hip-hop industry drama, every deal. If it's making noise, then you know I'm in the field. Smoke News TV. I sit back and wait on it, cause the truth always rises when the smoke starts clearing. Smoke News TV. We back in the building. Breaking down the latest, every story got layers. Everybody got opinions, I'ma do the homework first. Looking past the captions, digging deeper than the surface. Cause every viral headline don't determine what the truth is. Beef, contracts, albums, interviews. Who's making power moves, who's just chasing views. Some call it gossip, I call it research. Connecting every dot before I give my first words. If it's solid, I'ma say it. If it's weak, I'ma call it. If I catch somebody moving funny, that's nasty work. Close Smoke News TV. We back in the bill. Smoke News TV. We back in the. No bias over here. I just call what I see. Whether legends or the rookies, everybody gets reviewed. Culture over clout, that's the code I live by. Every episode, another conversation amplified. So yo, if you're rocking with the movement, smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel and hype your boy up. Every time the smoke rises, you already know where to pull up. Smoke News TV. We back in the building. Yeah. This is Smoke News TV. We back in the building. Let's get to it. Smoke News TV, where the truth gets revealed. Every headline getting peeled, every rumor getting grilled. Hip-hop industry drama, every deal. If it's making noise, then you know I'm in the field. Smoke News TV. I sit back and wait on it, cause the truth always rises when the smoke starts clearing. Smoke News TV. We back in the building. Breaking down the latest, every story got layers. Everybody got opinions, I'ma do the homework first. Looking past the captions, digging deeper than the surface. Cause every viral headline don't determine what the truth is. Beef, contracts, albums, interviews. Who's making power moves, who's just chasing views. Some call it gossip, I call it research. Connecting every dot before I give my first words. If it's solid, I'ma say it. If it's weak, I'ma call it. If I catch somebody moving funny, that's nasty work. Close Smoke News TV. We back in the bill. Smoke News TV. We back in the. No bias over here. I just call what I see. Whether legends or the rookies, everybody gets reviewed. Culture over clout, that's the code I live by. Every episode, another conversation amplified. So yo, if you're rocking with the movement, smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel and hype your boy up. Every time the smoke rises, you already know where to pull up. Smoke News TV. We back in the building.
Oh yeah, we back. All right. We got a lot of smoke going on. I tell you that. We got a lot of smoke going on. Yeah, we back. Yeah, we got Don Lemon going. Yeah, we got Don Lemon checking a so-called friend. He crashed out on Don Lemon's show. Woo. Oh, we're gonna review that. This dude, I mean, it sounds like he on the other side, to be honest. Don Lemon had to check him mad times. That's gonna be a nice one. And we got Nancy Grace, of course. We got we got Mr. I Ain't Got No Summer. He's back on the show. So we got we're gonna call him Mr. I Ain't Got No Summers. If y'all know what I'm talking about, shout out to Nancy Grace. Her code, and I mean her guest that be popping up. He popped up today. So we gotta talk about Mr. I Ain't Got No Summer left. We're gonna talk about him, yeah, the $125 cut. Hey, yo, respectfully. I love Nancy Grace. I've been watching since I was young, man. But that dude, I can't even take him serious no more. Every time he pop up and I see that edge up and all that, I be like, oh, hell no, man. I can't even take the homie serious no more, man. Hey, yo, shout out to Tanya over there on Kick. Yeah, man, Just spell it different. That's all, know what I mean? Don't spell it correctly, know what I mean? Spell it a little, know what I mean? Misspell it a little bit. But shout out to everybody over the Kick. Make sure you follow me on Kick also, man. We trying to build that platform over there up also. I will be gaming. So y'all gamers over there, y'all like the game and all that. Oh, I'll be gaming once that GT drop in November. So we will be gaming over there because I'm trying to jump in all platforms, that part. So make sure you follow me on Kick, man. Follow me all over on platforms, TikTok, subscribe, know what I mean, follow me on Instagram, follow me on all social media, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. How many likes we got? We only got 44 likes. We got over 100 people in the building already. Let's cut the shenanigans out, man. Smash that like button. Come on. We got to do this shit every time, yo. We got a nice show going on. There's gonna be a lot of laughs going on because I know I bring entertainment. We got Mr. I mean, No Summer back. So, you know what I mean? We got a review what's going on over there on the Nancy Grace. We got to go through Don Lemon show. He done correct some old, I don't want to use this word, but basically, man, he sound like a hypocrite and he sound like he lost in the sauce. I'm gonna say that. If y'all know what lost in the sauce mean, that's exactly what he sound like when we go through this Don Lemon show with a so-called friend crashed out. Nolan Wells' parents, I guess he say he know them. I don't know how close he is to these people, but he joined Don Lemon on the show, and Don Lemon had to actually check him plenty of times on his history about down south. This shit is hilarious, man. You can't make this shit up. Seem like everybody protecting. Then we got the timeline over here. Shout out to United Cajun Navy SEAL, whatever. They dropped the timeline according to them. Now, the timeline that we seeing is based on them. It's not based on the police. It's not based on the sheriff. It's not based on the DA. It's not based on none of them. It's not based on the governor over there. It's none of them. This shit is based on Navy SEAL, on Cajun Navy SEAL United. We got the Nancy Grace show. We're gonna review that. The guy's actually explaining. He says not 100%. They try their best to try to timeline this shit, but we're gonna try our best because more people reviewed it, more people got other thoughts, more people can paint the picture better. We just can't depend on Nancy Grace and everybody on the show. That's why everybody depend on everybody on social media. Everybody got their own opinions and different vision on how things happen. That part. Let's get this copyright out the way, man. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video, man. Do me that favor, man. Copyright fair use disclaimer. You can find it in my description on my channel. Everything that I speak on over here is absolutely for educational or entertainment purpose. Again, copyright fair use disclaimer. You can find it in my description on my channel. Everything that I speak on over here is absolutely for educational, entertainment purpose. Clips and videos I play also owned by the original creators. Yeah, I'll be over there with that GT6. You know that GT6 about to drop, so yeah, I'll be over there streaming on Kick. Yeah, we definitely be streaming on Kick, and I'm streaming on TikTok with the GT too. So I got a lot of things going on in a couple months as far as the gaming thing. I'm trying to get in that world also. Yeah, man, some old raccoon man. Listen, man, allegedly, man, that dude was terrible on the Don Lemon show. Let's get them likes up, man. We got 63 likes, man. We just starting the show. We got a couple clips we got to go through. So I hope y'all sitting back, enjoy the show, because y'all know I bring entertainment also. We ain't going to be here sad and, oh my God, we ain't going to do that. Laughing is more better than crying, that part. That's something I learned. So sometimes we try to bring a little laughter to this, especially with the lies they be trying to put in the fake narratives they want to throw out there. So those are the people and those are the things that we actually laugh about. And we laugh about a little bit of characters, how they, you know what I mean? Nothing disrespectful, it's always entertainment. But when we look at somebody that ain't got no summers left, you might as well just shave it off like I did. Look, so I gave up. I been gave up. Long time ago, nigga. Look, smooth ball head, skin tight. I just gotta get a tan up there. That's all. My shit mad white up there right now. But yeah, so we talk about people like that. They ain't got no more summers left. You know what I mean? Like you got to give it up. It's like Stephen A. and all. Shit, yeah. Shout out to everybody though, man. What's good? How y'all feeling today, man? How y'all feeling tonight, man? What's going on out there in y'all city? What's going on in y'all town, man? How y'all feeling? How y'all mental feeling, man? How everybody feeling today? Okay, I see somebody got the wine bottles, the emojis, and everything. I know that's right. You go ahead. Go ahead, Tyra. Who that? Tyra? Yo, that's Tyra. Go ahead. I said, you look like OTF. Nah, I don't look like no goddamn OTF Duty Low. Now, shout out to the bald head niggas. Me and Duty Low, we got that bald head. Nah, I don't look like Duty Low, nigga. Hell no, nigga. Nah. Duty Low more light skin. He a waffle nigga. I'm a brown skin brother, know what I mean? He Drake, nigga. Know what I mean? I ain't Drake, nigga. I got brown in me, nigga, and I get major dark, nigga. So, nah, hell no. Shout out to OTF Duty Low, though, man. What up, Duty? Shout out to all my bald head niggas, man. Bald head gang. Hey, yo, what up? What up, Ebony? What up? Shout out to Bike Life, man. Shout out to Tracy. Shout out to everybody that just pulling in. Yeah, bald head gang, man. Don't let me grow my shit out, man. I be out here looking like the straight Arabic. Don't play with me, nigga. Straight up. Shout out to all my Arabics, man. For real. I be looking like a whole, my shit go out. I let my shit wolf. That shit go out, boy. Pause. Looking like a whole Aki out here. Me playing shit. Shout out to all my Akis, man. Y'all know the vibes. They said, yo, what's up? Smoke VA in the building. Man, shout out to VA, man. I seen some flood down there in Norfolk. Norfolk. Hey, Ty, what's up with that flood down there? I seen some water flood down there. Y'all got mad water going on down there somewhere in VA. I think it was Norfolk on VA. Yeah, man, there's a whole bunch of water. It's like a big ass flood down there. Some shit going on, Ty. Shout out to Ty Hardy from VA. I just seen that shit on my timeline, bro. Somebody just posted that shit down there in VA. I don't know if y'all got mad rain coming down. I don't know what's going on down there. I don't know if that shit old or new. Said my husband for Norfolk. Yeah, I just seen some old bad weather down there, like a nasty flood or some shit going on down there. Shout out to Miss Special. Shout out to all my moms, man. Jay Strong said, nah, you can pass for them. Yo, I can pass for a lot of different coaches. I ain't gonna hold you. Especially when I let my shit wolf out. Word. Yeah, I don't know what's going on in VA, but they got some shit going on with that weather. I don't know if that flood official. Shout out to North Carolina. Y'all already know the vibes. Okay, yeah, somebody stamped that. Okay. Shout out to Iron on Will, man. Shout out to one of my members. Yeah, he stamped that. He said, yeah, that shit in Norfolk on College Ave. He said, I'm in VA Beach. Okay. He in Virginia Beach. Yeah, I knew I wasn't tripping, man. That shit was nasty work, man. That water was high as hell. That shit was just floating down the goddamn avenue. I'm like, yo, man, I'm telling you, man, this shit be feeling like it's about to be a reset out here in this goddamn world soon, allegedly. And everything I say on this video is alleged. How many likes we got? Come on, let's get them likes up. We got almost 200 people in the building. Let's get 100 likes in the building so we can start off. Start off with the news, then we got to get to the spicy part. Start laughing and start checking these people on their little lies they be doing. He said, you checking to see who have any summers left. Man, listen. You pop up on a goddamn interview and your shit looking like you ain't got no more summers left. I ain't checking on you. I'm going to check you. It's the difference. I'm going to say, yo, champ, you got, nah, get that shit up. Them summers is over. I mean, you trying to survive for the end of 2027? Give it up, champ. I know you're trying to hang on, trying to push it up there a little bit. Know what I mean? Trying to have the give that shit up. Join the ball head gang, nigga. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Know what I mean? I still look the same. Gotta get a little tan up here. That's about it. Know what I mean? Join the ball head gang, man. For all my fellas though, trying to hold on for them summers and them springs, give that shit up, man. That shit is over. Some of y'all ain't even got no holidays left. Know what I mean? Let's start there. Know what I mean? Niggas ain't even got no holidays left, nigga. Thanksgiving around the corner, nigga. You might as well get that shit up. Coming in the kitchen talking about, yeah, let me get a plate. Your shit looking all crazy. Your shit down here, this up here. Man, hell no, man. He said no half moons. Yeah, you gotta give it up, man. Like I let my shit rock. I just gotta get a little tan. I wear hats though, know what I mean? But shit, I don't look, know what I mean? You can tell my tan. Look, I'm white as hell up here. Cause the goddamn hats I be wearing sometimes. But I don't like being underneath the sun all day. Oh, yo, I'm outside. Nah, man, I don't hell no. I don't like that sun. I'm a fall baby. I like a little bit of, know what I mean, in the middle. Know what I mean, pause. Know what I mean, like not too cold, not too hot. Know what I mean, hoodie season. That's basically what I'm trying to say. I'm a hoodie nigga. I don't even like big ass jackets and all that. I don't wear that shit. It's 2026. Who the hell wear big ass jackets and you riding around in your car and shit? Hell no, we did that shit back in the 90s. All my homie, all my 90s niggas and all, they know what I'm talking about. We should be on them corners, wherever you from, projects, nigga, corners, wherever you was standing, nigga, in the 90s. with that big ass North Face, nigga, and you had that radio. It was either Panasonic or it was Sony. We should put on top of the phone booth, nigga, and we was out there trapping. See, the YNs don't know what that type of trapping was back then. We was trapping back then. Shout out to all my niggas in that 90s era, man. It was different. It was different. Niggas had them Sonys and them Panasonic radios outside. Yo, we used to play radios till 3 in the morning. Neighbors ain't called no cops back in the days. Now, go outside, try to play music around them neighbors. They calling the cops on your ass. It was different back then, man. The city niggas, they know what I'm talking about. If you from the city and all that, y'all know what I'm talking. Even little towns and all that, y'all know what I'm talking about, man. Niggas was out there 3, 4 in the morning with Sony, Panasonic, radio boxes. We had the big ass Duracell on batteries. We had to put it in there. Had the cassettes. Shout out to all my youngers that don't know what we talking about. We had the cassettes. We had to put it in there. We even had the radios when the DV when the CDs came out. So we kind of transferred to the CDs too, but we still was rocking on Panasonics and them Sony radios on the corner. You couldn't tell us nothing back then. Had them big ass snorkels, North Face snorkels, all them big ass jackets, nigga. Come on, man. Niggas can't tell me shit, man. Yeah, that's why I said, if you from that era, you know what I'm talking about, man. Block Park, come on, man. I could keep on going, champs. She said, looking like LL. Come on, Miss Special. Ah, shit. She said, yo, nigga looking like LL with the ball head. Yeah, them pelly coats, all that Averex jackets, pelly coats. I could keep on going, man. But in the wintertime, niggas had them big ass snorkels on, North Faces, the long joints. I mean, that's what I was wearing, nigga. I had the bubble ones. Y'all remember the bubble North Face? Them shits came in all colors. Y'all remember that shit? Two-tone colors and all that. Yeah. Yeah, that's the era I go back on. You had to match it with the with your boots and all that, with the colored Timbs, whatever boots you was wearing. I mean, come on, man. I could keep on going, man. Oh yeah, iceberg sweaters. One of my homies, man. That's all he used to wear back in the day. Shout out to my home. He know who he is, man. My team, man. Come on, I wasn't an iceberg sweater dude. I ain't gonna hold you. But one of my man or one of my day ones, that nigga used to. That's all he was buying was iceberg. About 1 or 2 of them. Got 2 niggas. That's all they wore back then when that shit came out. No Wally bees. Yeah, I had a pair of those. I had the black ones. And which ones I had? Oh, I had the cream ones, the Timberland color. I wasn't too much on all the different type of colors though. Tims, you couldn't tell me nothing about the Tims, nigga. Man, what? Then when them ACGs came out in the 2000, it was over. I wasn't even wearing Tims no more. Them Tims be heavy as hell on your feet. Yeah, we over here talking about the 90s over here vibing, man. Smash that like button, man. We got 102 likes, man. Let's continue. Let's get to the content, man. We're gonna jump back and forth. Y'all know how I do it. We might be here 2, 3 hours, 4 hours. Nah, I wasn't rock. I ain't gonna hold you. Hey Tara, I wasn't rocking FUBU. I ain't gonna hold you. Oh yeah, them Vasquez boots. See, Yolanda, no. Remember them shits came in all colors, nigga. I used to love them boots. Matter of fact, Dad, you got me want to get a pair this winter. I ain't gonna hold you. Yolanda, you got me want to get a goddamn. I haven't had a pair of Vasquez so goddamn, and they still sell them. The Gore-Tex, shout out to TT, Gore-Tex. You know, Gore-Tex and them kind of similar, know what I mean? Come on, man. Let's stop playing out here. My people know what it is, man. She about that, man. Listen, them shit's still out. You get a pair of Vasquez, they still got all colors, man. The ladies, that's all they wore back in my days, man. Especially if you had that small feet. Oh hell yeah, them shits used to look nice on the ladies back then, man. Yeah, man. You know how the vibes, but them Sherlins, yeah. I never owned a Sherlin. I ain't gonna hold you. I was a North Face person, bad as hell. I used to always get them big ass jackets. What up, Latoya? What's going on? Yo, Rock, what up? Melissa, what up? BK. Yeah, them British Knights, nigga. I know about them British Knights. I come from that era. I was a little younger, but I come from them British Knights. I had them. Matter of fact, I owned a pair of British Knights when I went to my elementary school, early elementary school. I think I had all blacks or white and black. Oh yeah, Mom Dukes and all that. This to keep me fresh at the before I started going out there and exploring my own thing. Oh, nah, my mom's and all, know what I mean? They kept me fresh, man. They kept my feet right. Them 8-ball jackets, for real. He said them shits was country. I ain't never owned an 8-ball jacket. Shout out to Brick City, man. I love my people in Newark, man. Listen, I never owned an 8-ball jacket, though. Never owned an 8-ball jacket. That wasn't my style. But I had a couple homies had them shits. Now I mean, them niggas used to put that shit together though. Shout out to all my homies. Shout out to the homies that did have them 8-ball jackets in them early '90s, mid '90s. Nah, niggas put that shit together. Cause y'all gotta remember, we had so many different sneakers back in the '90s. It was ridiculous. You had so many pairs you could match with your outfit. You had, man, that era was different, bro. Now it's all about Jordans and design. I don't even wear designers. That shit, poo poo. Y'all can have that shit, to be honest. All that designer shit, all that. Man, listen, I put on some nice shit, nigga, nice fresh wear, nigga. We could both go out. How much you want to bet I come out with more numbers than you? Ain't about what you got. Ain't about the motherfucking brand you got on. And they make sure they show that shit. Yo, look, nigga. Look, nigga, this Louis, nigga. Like, man, that shit don't mean nothing. I be trying to tell niggas that you don't waste the 1,500 on one outfit. Niggas is bugged out nowadays. I'm being real. Now, if you got it to blow it, that's on you. I ain't counting nobody pocket. But niggas ain't got it to blow it. Don't be going out there copping one outfit, then you come home lonely as hell, man. Like, come on, champs. Nigga, come back to the bed lonely as hell. Word is gonna spend about 1,500 on that outfit. Just to show other niggas, yo. That shit be bugged out. That shit be bugged out. Nah, man, take me to the ball, man. I know how to get fresh, man. My feet were always fresh, man. Give me some True Religion jeans, shit like that. Nah, man, I keep it simple, man. Let's start there, man. Word up, niggas come on with no buns. Spend 1,500 on that one outfit, nigga. Nigga come on 4 in the morning, mad as hell, like, damn, man. He ain't getting out one number, nigga. I'm trying to tell you, man. That's why I said, man, stay in your own lane, man. I tell people that stay in your own lane. Stay in your own lane. Yeah, them British Walkers. I remember them British Walkers. That's a fact. Said Levi's and polos. You can't go wrong. Now you can't go wrong with some Levi jeans. You know how to put that shit together, nigga. Shit, don't get it twisted, nigga. Them Levi's cost what, half a yard. A lot of niggas can't afford Levi jeans. Levi jeans cost a half a yard, nigga. Some of them almost reach a yard, nigga. A yard is $100, nigga. Some niggas can't even afford that, nigga. Niggas gonna get the poo-poo jeans. They ain't got no name brand. Nothing wrong with that. Do what you do, though. Know what I mean? But if you can't catch up with the Joneses, don't catch up with the Joneses, man. Stay in your own lane, man. Stay in your own lane, I'm telling you. Levi's good money. I like the way now. I got what? Only see when I buy a pair of Levi's black. I love black jeans. That's one thing I love some black jeans, bro. I get a pair of black, probably like 2 pair of black Levi's. If I see some nice color shit I could mix up with the Timbs or something, I'll grab that too. Know what I mean, you go to Macy's, gonna get some 2 pair of Levi's and see how much that shit gonna cost you. A lot of niggas can't afford that shit, B. Levi's ain't expensive, nigga. I mean, ain't cheap, nigga. Shit, that shit ain't no $20 jean, nigga. Levi's don't cost you no $20 if you go to Macy's and all that. Hell no. That shit gonna cost you about $60 and up, nigga, for a pair of jeans. Niggas know what I'm talking about. Shit, I still wear Chucks. I know that's right. Said Levi's all pricey. Hell yeah, Levi's got price. I remember growing up, Levi jeans wasn't even that expensive, bro. Them shits got so popular and all that. That Londa brought back Parasucos. There, I remember them jeans, boy. Yo, I used to kill some Parasucos, man. Let's get to the content. Y'all got me reminiscing about the goddamn 90s and shit over here, man. He said you might spend 150 on 2 pair. That's a fact, Breeze. Go to Macy's and go to that Levi's section, nigga. You might have 2 pairs of nice jeans. You're gonna spend about 120. That's a fact. It's all about how you put that shit together, you dig? He said Macy's got Calvin Klein. Oh, Calvin Klein expensive as hell too. The only thing I get from Calvin is the briefs. Know what I mean, wear my briefs and shit. Might get a matter of fact. I gotta go to Macy's. Go get me some Calvin Klein briefs, man. Them shit's comfortable as hell. Let's get to the content though, man. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, cause we're gonna be here for a minute. I already see this. Smash that like, man. Let's get them likes up. Let's get them likes to 150. We got over 200 some people in the building. Let's get them likes up to 150 gang. That like is absolutely free. Try to get your membership. Join Team Smoke. We got the Cash App in the banner also if you want to donate or support the channel. And we got the Super Chat also. So y'all already know what's going on. Smash that like, though. Let's get to the content. Let's see what's going on with this Daniel Nolan Wells situation. Memory lane. That's a fact. We're going to get back to that memory lane.
On Nolan Wells' final are shedding new light on Nolan Wells' final documents are shedding new light on Nolan Wells' final hours before his deadly 4th of July trip to Horn Island. The records say that Wells stayed on the island after his friends left because their boat was taking on water. His body was found after an extensive search and independent autopsies have been completed. Foul play has still not been ruled out in his death. Arrests are being made for online threats connected to the Nolan Wells death investigation. 2 people have now been arrested, one in California and the latest, a woman in Cincinnati. 16 WAPT's Carlos Garcia in the studio tonight with more on where this investigation stands. Carlos.
That's right, Troy. A woman from Cincinnati now facing federal charges after being accused of calling in bomb threats into Jackson and George County, Mississippi. The Jackson County Sheriff's Office is the primary agency investigating Wells' death. And this woman on your screen, Michelle Edwards, is the woman who was arrested in Cincinnati. Investigators say she made over a dozen phone calls to the Jackson and George County. Investigators also say that Edwards called the George County Chancery clerk more than 20 times on July 23rd. Minutes later, she star 67 nearly 10 calls to the Jackson County Sheriff's Office. And by adding star 67 to the beginning of a phone number, it blocks the caller's ID. Well, tonight, new obtained information from ABC says that Nolan Wells' mother reported him missing shortly after midnight, July 5th, saying friends last saw him on Horn Island at around 3 p.m. on July 4th. A boat GPS data shows Wells and his friends arrived on that island shortly after 11 a.m. He was reportedly last seen wearing black shorts, flip-flops, and sunglasses. His mother says she last saw Nolan on the evening of July 3rd. And family members and friends continue to stretch their resources to try and figure out just exactly what happened to Nolan Wells last month. In the studio tonight, Carl.
United Cajun Navy has released their in the Nolan Wells case. The United Cajun Navy has released their working report. The first image shows the original boat configuration. The report identifies boat number 1, boat number 2 and 3, and boat X, with Warren shown on Palm Beach. In this later image, boat X is no longer visible. The report says the boat configuration changed, but it cannot determine exactly when.
Now, this is the new photo, videos they dropping, coming from United on Cajun on SEAL Navy. It seems like they doing more investigation than the goddamn police, to be honest. But they're the one that dropped this video and everything. Now, we're going to get to the, he's going to explain it. You know, the guy that he's always on Nancy Grace, whatever. He's going to talk about the reason why they dropped this. And they got this from people that actually sent photos and videos to them. But this shit doesn't show nothing where Nolan is at. That's the shit that keep getting me mad. I'm like, where's Nolan at though? That's all we're trying to find out. They just trying to spin a narrative with all these extra photos and videos. But let's continue though. Hold up, we got a super chat. Shout out to Norman for the 499 super chat. She said, think about the seed tool timeline. It doesn't have the inference called or activated from the C tool called. They left it out on purpose, allegedly. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. So you trying to say they edit something else before you trying to say they edit something out before they had sent that shit out to the public. That's what you saying. A lot of people ain't feeling Cajun Navy though. Yeah, Nancy went in tonight. We definitely gonna review all that. You know, we got Mr. Mr. I ain't got no summers left on there tonight too. So, we got to review what he got to say. But let's continue though, man. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share this video.
When boat X left, Cajun Navy has released their working report. The first image shows the original boat configuration. The report identifies boat number 1, boat number 2 and 3, and boat X, with Warren shown on Palm Beach. In this later image, boat X is no longer visible. The report says the boat configuration changed, but it cannot determine exactly when boat X left, where it went, or whether it's connected to Nolan's disappearance. Next, Nolan was reported to have arrived at Horn Island on the Triton. Here's one of the newly released images from the United Cajun Navy. Then comes the shoreline photo, represented as being taken around 4:50 p.m. By this point, boat number 2 is no longer in its earlier position, creating another checkpoint in the timeline. The report also references separate videos displaying times of approximately 3:23 and 4:27. Those timestamps have not yet been authenticated, but investigators say they could become important if verified. Now look at these witness statements. One places Nolan with a group around 5 p.m. Another witness disputes that account entirely. And finally, Caitlin B says her group was parked next to the area and that Nolan was nowhere in sight when they left around 7:30. The biggest takeaway, according to the United Cajun Navy, these images don't solve the case, but they do document changing boat positions, add a new timeline, and highlight the unanswered gap investigators are still trying to explain.
That these boys need legal fees taken care of or whatever else they need, go ahead and support. Go ahead and support. And let me tell you, in my heart of hearts, after reviewing all this stuff and listening to everything, I want to support them. I'm trying to be fair, and I can give them a popularity. You know, I can push it out there and let y'all make an opportunity at it. I'm gonna try to be fair until the conclusion of the case. That I'm not gonna give to either GoFundMe or Gifts and Goes. But I'm gonna tell you what, I'll put it out there if y'all want to support. I think it's invaluable that people support people who have been done wrong. I don't care if they were black, they were white.
What cracks me up about him when he starts talking like, what you mean support people that was done wrong? Nolan Wells was done wrong from day one. A lot of lies, a lot of the way they was moving, the way they was acting. Come on, what you doing, Tatum? I know you a content creator. I know this what you doing all this. But when I hear him talk like that, that shit just ignorant me. I just get, I just be like, what? Because it's like you on their side right away. Oh my God, I don't know. Listen. It doesn't even matter if they wasn't involved in it. The simple fact, the way they was moving, the way they was acting, the simple fact that the way they acted looked like they covering something up. Okay, if they didn't do it, maybe somebody they know that actually did something to Nolan, and that's the reason why they covering up for that individual, the buddy group, the one they love more than Nolan, obviously, because there's no reason for them kids, them young adults moving the way they was moving. So if anybody need help, it's the Nolan family. It's Nolan. They did him wrong. He's an innocent dude. What you talking about? He was out there partying like they was partying. It was a lot of drinks. It was a lot of Snow White, according to you. You was the first one to break the information out there. Yeah, I got information that it was Snow White out there. Out there Nolan was high off that, this and that and the third. And it was the guy that was out there supplying them and this and that, allegedly, and all. Okay, so they was all doing it together. What made them so innocent and not Nolan? Nolan went out there to go look for some poom poom, enjoy his 18 years of living before he go to school, a normal 18-year-old boy, an athlete. He went out there to do something that every 18, 19, 20-year-old would do exactly what they was doing when they went out there, partying, trying to get numbers, and do what they do before they go back to school in August. You talking about all they innocent people and this and that, and man, listen, bro, that shit get me so hot. Oh, yeah, I already started. Let's continue. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, man. Let's get over 150 likes in the building. We ain't done. He be trying to go, yeah, he be trying hard to get that. Yo, that's a fact. Hold on. He said he be trying too hard to get that. Hey, yo, shout out to 803 hit, man. He said, man, he said he was trying too hard to get that snow. Oh, man, Bunny. I don't know what he was doing, man, but it's something ain't right, champ. He was doing what everybody else was doing out there, man. Let's continue, though. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, man. Share the video. Do me that favor.
Or Gifts and Goes. But I'm gonna tell you what, I'll put it out there if y'all want to support. I think it's invaluable that people support people who have been done wrong. I don't care if they were black, they were white, they were women, men. When wrong is wrong. And for you to put these young men in a position where you're claiming that they killed somebody with no evidence whatsoever, only based on the skin color, come on and support. We got the link in the description section. All right, let's get to this Cajun Navy geospatial timeline and vessel movement analysis document. Now, this was something that was breaking news. Look at what happened. Look at all of this. Blah, 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 blah. I saw another weirdo online just pumping this up, pumping it up. That dude used his whole live stream to talk about this, and it's a nothing burger. I went and reviewed it before I ever put it out to you guys, so I'm not going to mislead you and lead you astray, a lot of you, so I can get viewers and I can get people on here so I can sell you something. I'm not going to do that. We reviewed this thing, and it's a nothing burger. I don't even know why the Cajun Navy put this out. There's nothing there. Maybe it gives people fodder. They can create a lie because they know you're not going to read 26 pages. But I'm going to have Grant read the synopsis because we went through, wrote you a quick synopsis on what you will see and won't see. And I'm going to go through the document so you know we didn't just make this up. All right? Grant, roll it.
Yes, sir. The United Cajun Navy report does not determine how Nolan Wells died or assign responsibility to anyone. Its most important finding is that a major gap remains in the timeline between Nolan's last independent corroborated sighting and the reported 4:31 p.m. departure of the boat he arrived on. The report also says the 4:31 departure time has not been verified through GPS, engine, or other electronic records, and that video showing approximately 3:23 and 4:27 may be important but cannot be treated as confirmed event times without the original files and metadata. The report also documents changes in position of several boats, including Boat X and Frontier Bay, but it cannot establish exactly when they moved, where they went, who was aboard, and whether those movements were connected to Nolan's disappearance. Finally, it also does not establish when or why the Triton began taking on water. The main recommendation is to obtain original videos, phone and location data, vessel GPS, and engine records, and complete passenger roster so investigators can build a verified minute-by-minute timeline.
I ain't gonna lie though, he do got a point. Because when we get to the nasty great shit later on, the guy from the Cajun SEAL Navy, the guy from the Cajun Navy SEAL, whatever, he's up there and he speaks about that. And they really don't got no real proof about that shit. Let's continue. They went off of Google Earth, just to give y'all a heads up, on the timeline that the breaking news that we received with the new photos and the timeline they assuming. We didn't get that once again from the sheriff, from the cops, nothing. Nobody. We got that from the Cajun United SEAL, whatever the hell they call themselves over there. So they assume and they suggest that, all right, let's try to put a timeline to this shit because they use Google Earth and some other shit. I guess whatever the hell the experience they got, they don't really got a timeline on the goddamn photos and none of that shit. Just to give y'all a heads up. Because whoever send them photos and videos, there's no timeline, there's no date, there's nothing. I think one of them had a date on the July 4th, but that shit don't actually tell us that's July 4th of 2026 or the timeline. So it's a lot of confusion going on with these photos and videos that these people are actually sending them out, which I know what they're doing, allegedly. They're trying to spin the narrative. They're sending them all types of videos and photos to spin the narrative. We don't got a timeline on that shit, though. That's the difference. They want to send all that and tell people to play pardon my language, to play Waldo. Yeah, let's go find Waldo in the picture. Let's see where he's at in the picture. That's exactly what they're doing. It's an old school game what they're playing. As far as the public trying to protect the boys, allegedly. They're sending multiple photos and videos. Now that everybody is on a hot seat, all of a sudden we're receiving multiple photos and videos. They want people to play Find Wildo or whatever the goddamn dude name. Y'all know the goddamn old school game I'm talking about. I couldn't stand that shit because I could never find that nigga. I ain't gonna hold you. I remember that little puzzle, whatever, that little picture. And you try to have to find this nigga, man. I used to always give up, man. I'm like, man, I ain't got time to look for this nigga, man. All these niggas look the same, bro. I used to hate that goddamn game. I ain't going. Man, they all look the same. Yeah, where's Waldo? I said, hate that shit. I ain't gonna hold you. Remember they had the little board and shit, whatever. You used to try to find it. They used to add them shits in the cereal box. That's how far back I go. I used to hate that shit. I used to eat my cereal. I'm like, man, I ain't got time to find this nigga, man. I couldn't stand that shit, man. Let's continue though, gang. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video, man.
Wells update, and here's something that just keeps sticking out to me, all right? There is a text that Ashley Cole sent Christine Walmsley on July 7th, okay? And this is a day after her son, Nolan Wells, was found. And she says this, Christine, this is Ashley Cole. If or when you ever want to talk to me, this is my number. Now, Officer Race Tatum posted this. I verified this with Christine Walmsley. This is an actual real text she received from Ashley Cole. But my question about it is, where are the condolences? It just is very odd. Okay, this is your son is on an interview saying this is his best friend. She doesn't have your number. This is the first time you guys are speaking. I know with my kids, friends, best friends, I know their parents. I have their phone numbers because we have to set up play dates or we have to say, hey, you know, I want to invite you to a birthday party. We're doing this whoop-de-woo, whatever it is. But I just find it so cold and callous that she said, if or when you ever want to talk to me, this is my number. What does that mean, if or when? Why is there an if? Why would she not want to talk to you? And do you think it's appropriate the day after she finds out that her son is gone forever? Like, you don't start this text off with saying, whatever you need, we're here for you. I'm so sorry. We are devastated. Whatever you need, I will throw every resource behind it to help you out to get justice for you.
And he do got a point. How you a judge, a mother? Nolan always came to your house for the last several years. We don't know how many years he been spending the night going there. But how the hell you a judge and a mother and he's best friend with your son, your stepson, whatever Warren is affiliated with you with? But how the hell you don't offer the help and all your power that you got actually for your profession or your job to try to solve this case or try to find out the truth? That's something I kind of find strange too, because I'm like, yo, how the hell this lady's a judge and all this? But you talk about, yeah, I graduated with Christine in high school. Remember her first statement when she put the first statement out? Y'all remember the first statement, right? Y'all remember the middle of the statement? She said how she know Nolan mom from high school and she graduated from her. That's about it. Yeah, I graduated from her in high school. We was together in high school. This and that. So my condolences to the family. But you a judge. You a judge. If that shit was the other way around, that shit happened to your stepson, whatever your son wanted, you would absolutely try to find out the truth. You will put your foot down on everybody's neck that's on that island. Miss Judge, Miss Your Honor over there. Exactly. You would have your foot on everybody's neck that was on that island if it was the other way around, if it was Warren. Am I lying here? No, I know I ain't lying here. You would be. So why you ain't share that same offer to Christine, the one you graduated high school with, and all this? That's why I said Secret Santa got a point about that. That message is horrible. Your statement was terrible, and this message is horrible. If this message actually is official, well, it got to be official because Tatum posted. If you want to help the Wells family, I know Christine since high school. We graduated together. Won't you help her on that note too, since you know her since high school, and find out the truth? Talking about call me, I'm here whenever you want to call. You just want to hear they think. You want to hear what they got to say about the whole situation and what they thinking about happened to Nolan. That's why you want that phone call, so you can hear their thoughts and hear what they thinking, and try to figure out what they thinking, because you know goddamn well you know them boys done effed up, right? You know them boys effed up, right?
Son, and get to start this text off with saying, what she not to set up from Christine, this is Ashley Cole. If or when you ever want to talk to me, this is my number. Now, Officer Race Batum Tatum posted this. I verified this with Christine Walmsley. This is an actual real text she received from Ashley Cole. But my
So the text is real because he confirmed it. He actually contacted Mama Love, and Mama Love said that's just official. That's her response to Mama Love. Instead of using her profession and trying to find out the truth. You a judge, lady. That shit is crazy, man. Shout out to Tyra, man. She said just got on that smoke gang list. Shout out to Tyra. I appreciate that. Appreciate the $2 membership. Appreciate that. Anybody want to support the channel, man? We got the super chat. We also got the Cash App and the banner. Or you could get your membership. Join Team Smoke. Let's continue.
about it is, where are the condolences? It just is very odd. Okay, this is your son is on an interview saying this is his best friend. She doesn't have your number. This is the first time you guys are speaking. I know with my kids, friends, best friends, I know their parents. I have their phone numbers because we have to set up play dates or we have to say, hey, you know, want to invite you to a birthday party. We're doing this whoop-de-woo, whatever it is. But I just find it so cold and callous that she said, if or when you ever want to talk to me, this is my number. What does that mean, if or when? Why is there an if? Why would she not want to talk to you? And do you think it's appropriate the day after she finds out that her son is gone forever? Like, you don't start this text off with saying, whatever you need, we're here for you. I'm so sorry. We are devastated. Whatever you need, I will throw every resource behind it to help you out to get justice for your son and get to the bottom of this. There's nothing of that. There's no sending our love, our prayers, our thoughts. There is nothing. This is the most cold and I don't know. I would be disgusted if somebody sent me this message. It was on July 7th, Tuesday at 9:00 p.m. and literally less than 24 hours before she just found out her son was gone. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments.
This is nasty work, man. Shout out to one of my members, man. Simply Letitia. Shout out to Simply Letitia, one of my members, man. Appreciate that, love. Salute. Yeah, this is nasty work, yo. This is nasty work, man. You send a text on some, that's the way you show that you care? And you a judge? This shit is crazy. He said smoke. You should not for nothing long. Shout out to Most, man. Shout out to Long Live Most, man. Nah, man. I ain't reaching out the far air. Nigga be like, man, we watch your show all the time. Listen, I don't never point the fingers at them. Can we all verify that? The only thing I be saying is the way y'all was moving, the way y'all was shaking out there, and the way y'all was panicking a little bit. Allegedly. That's what I'm trying to say. So them three options, the way y'all was moving only tells me that y'all know something, y'all seen something, or y'all covering up for somebody. Allegedly. And everything I say is alleged. We don't got no proof of that now. I'm not just pointing one side over there to the buddies. Nah, because like I said, y'all came there 3 boat deep. Y'all came there 3 boats deep. So how can I just sit here and point fingers at you, Warren? And no, the only reason why we know y'all name because y'all name was involved. We heard y'all name in the audio. We heard that Warren is best friends with Nolan. Nobody didn't even know who the hell Fart was until the 911 call came out, until Warren mentioned his name at the Tatum show. We didn't know who the hell Fart was until Warren mentioned him. Then they dropped a 911 call. So y'all can never blame us. No, y'all unlocked y'all own characters. We didn't unlock characters over here. The only way I unlock characters because y'all unlocked y'all own characters. That's exactly what y'all did. Y'all unlocked y'all own characters by talking a little bit too much. I ain't over here got the laptop and all this. Yo, let me do an investigation. What's your social security? Let me look you up. I ain't no goddamn police. I'm a civilian. I'm a citizen. I'm a civilian. I changed my life. Don't get it twisted. But I still, I still protect my stuff. Still, I come from tough things, tough life. Oh, yeah, ain't nothing changed about that. But I ain't the one over here investigating, looking up their names and all this. No, that's because y'all talking too much on these interviews. Y'all unlocking new characters while y'all speak on these interviews that y'all was on. Now y'all look back, y'all like, God damn, I know Fart like, yo, why the hell you even brought my name up in that interview? That part so far. You need to blame your best friend Warren over there. Because Mr. Warren and Tatum, they brought up Fart. We ain't bring Fart up. I didn't even know he was on a boat, that part. But I can tell you one thing I know. There was 3 boats deep. That's about 30 people on, that's about 10 people on each boat, that part. We're going to say and act like that's not. Let's get to this so-called family friend. Because when I watched this shit, I was cracking up. I ain't going to hold you, yo. Shout out to Don Lemon once again. Because Don Lemon, he got his foot on him on a couple people's neck, and he's actually correcting people. He ain't just inviting people on his platform and letting them run their mouth and thinking they know what they know. That's why I respect Don Lemon on this interview he did with a so-called friend of the Nolan Wells family. Now, this is a so-called friend of the Mama Love and the Pops family. He said he went to high school with Mama Love, this and that, and I know Mama Love from back in the days. I was the first one to cut his hair. He's basically a barber. So I guess he cut a lot of kids' hair since they was kids. He got a little bond with them, whatever you want to call it, according to his story. But the thing that effed me up, that shit sound good in the beginning. I ain't gonna hold. I said, okay, we got a real brother up here. We got a solid brother. I mean, he got the whole beard, everything. Man, this nigga went up there. Let me tell y'all something. He went up there. Nah. That nigga lost in the sauce. That's what I'm going to say. Lost in the sauce in Mississippi. And Don Lemon checked him. Let's continue, man. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share this video. Let's get to a so-called friend of the Wells family. And Don Lemon put him in his place a little bit, respectfully. Shout out to Don Lemon. Make sure y'all go follow and subscribe to all his platforms. He's doing dope on his Nolan Wells whole case. Shout out to Don Lemon because he's definitely doing dope on this. He got a lot of opinions on this. Let's get to it, man. Smash that like. Hold on, how many likes we got? Man, let's get 200 likes, man. Hold up, man. We only got 189 likes. Let's get 200 likes, gangs. Come on, man. Come on. We got a so-called friend lost in the sauce in Mississippi. He had so much. He had that white poom poom. That shit got him lost in the sauce down there. This shit is hilarious, bro. Listen, smash the like button, cause we gotta review this together. I'm being honest. Let's get some more likes. We got 192 likes. We need 200 something likes. Come on, let's get over 200 likes. Let's get 200 likes, man. Come on, man. Yeah, yo, he said he acting like Tatum. Who you talking about, pretty ma? Don Lemon? Or you talking about the dude that was up there? Pretty mom, who you talking about? Don Lemon or you talking about the guy that he interviewed? Because Don Lemon put that dude on his place. Like, Don Lemon said, boy, I'm from Louisiana, nigga. Like, you can't tell me how this down south people is, man. Come on, man. Let's get them likes up, man. Let's continue. Let's get to the interview, though, man. Shout out to Pretty Mom. She'll put it in the chat. She said, no, the dude. All right, yeah, because he probably watched that interview, too. We're going to review this. For the people that ain't watched this, let's check this shit out, though. Smash that like button, man. Shout out to Don Lemon. Make sure y'all go subscribe to all his platforms and follow him.
This next gentleman under better circumstances, because I'm happy to meet him, but I understand the times that we're in and the circumstances in which we're speaking. And that was a gentleman that you were seeing before we went to our sponsored break. His name is Emmanuel Cuttenwith. And he has been doing videos on this on his social media, but also I should say he knows the people involved. He says he's known them for years and that he gave Nolan his first haircut. He knows the family. So Mr. Cuttenwith, welcome. Thank you for joining the Don Lemon Show this morning. How you doing?
I'm good, man. Hey, I'm glad to be here with you. Just to clarify something, the Cuttenwith, that's my social media name, Cuttenwith E. So you could my first name is Emmanuel, but that's my social media, Cuttenwith E on YouTube and IG and Facebook and all of that. But I appreciate you guys having me on, man.
So talk to me about, thank you for clarifying that, but we want to make sure that you get people know who you are, that they are on your social media and they watch because you have some good stuff. And also if they're there, that they, give you some business. I think that's fair in this, especially in this environment that we're in. So talk to me, Emmanuel, how do you know Nolan, let's start with how you know Nolan Wells and his family.
Okay, well, I've been knowing his mom since she was like in high school and whatnot. But I can't, and his stepfather, we still work out in the same gym together right now. And I
Hey, Chad, I see y'all bombing this nigga. This is my first time. This is my first time being introduced to this dude. I seen Miss Special say, "Yo, we been to." I don't know if y'all talked about him somewhere else, whatever. But this is my first time seeing him. When I caught, because I followed Don Lemon, so when I caught this, I said, "Who the hell is this dude?" But I seen some people saying that, "Yo, he been doing this for a while." Yeah, this dude, I don't know. He talking about he know Mama Love and all this type of shit. But this dude's a whole clown though. Peep this shit out though. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Man, support the channel, man. Donate to the channel. We got the cash app, we got the super chat, man.
know Nolan through his she had this lady babysitting him, and I'm real good friends with her son, Bingo.
That nigga look like a black Santa Claus, nigga. This nigga, he probably be dressed up as Santa Claus downtown where he from. Down Hey, yo, this dude's like, yeah, that's what they said. They said he did a video on YouTube in his car. That's what I heard. This is my first time actually watching him. This is my first time getting introduced to him when he was on the Don Lemon show. But nah, he lost in the sauce though, man.
And they would bring him around, bring him to my barbershop all the time. And I gave him his first haircut, and we used to have him to say every time he would leave, we would say, "What's your name?" And he would.
Hey, yo, hold on. I know I'm pausing it, yo, but hold up. Shout out to Long Live Monster, Long Live Most, man. Because he ain't lying. He said because he a barber. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to all my barbers out there. I love y'all, champ. I shape my own shit up. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't even go to the barbers no more. But they do be acting like they know everybody because they cut everybody hair and shit. So he do. Them niggas act like they know your whole life, nigga. Niggas charge you about $120, nigga, for a haircut every week, nigga.
Nolan Wells, and we all used to laugh at it. We used to make him say his name every single time, man. He was a funny little kid, man. That was what was up, though. But yeah, that's how I came to first know him, you know.
Yeah. And over the years, you watched him grow up?
Yeah, I watched him grow. I didn't see him for a period of time, and then he became a football player, and I used to go to his games and watch him play all the time. And, you know, and his dad was a football player as well out of Morris Point. He went up to Mississippi State. And so I knew he was gonna be a stellar athlete. You know what I'm saying? His dad working with him every day the way he was. You know, uh, everybody that come through his dad's training and stuff like that, all be pretty good athletes. You know, and Nolan wasn't no difference. He was good. He was a great athlete. Had NFL potential, man. Had the right size and everything.
Yeah. So what is it like there? Wait, hold on. Before I get there, do you know the other kids involved? Do you know some of the friends?
Yes, I do.
Okay, go ahead. How do you know them?
Well, with the recent ones that was on like TMZ, I spoke with him Friday night. I know one of the white guys and one of the pitchers, where it's quite a few of them, not one of the three on the boat.
Who did the interview recently with him? Oh, he talking about Javon. He's talking about Javon. He's talking about he spoke to Javon Friday night recently. Well, hold on. What's today? Today Tuesday, right? So he must have talked to Javon Friday night. Hear what this dude saying. This dude, yo, I don't know. Like I said, this is my first time getting introduced to this dude. So I don't know if he's telling the truth or he lying. But when he started talking a little bit more, you could tell that nigga lost in the sauce. That white poom poom down there in Mississippi got that nigga all lost.
We're all in a collective group there. And me and his father, we're very good friends. We get up and have lunch about 2 or 3 times a week currently. Listen, man, I want to say,
This when he gonna start. Now, somebody said that's Crump Barber. Nope. He goes against that. Hear what he got to say about Al Sharpton and Ben Crump and his whole situation. Peep this out. This when he start the bullshit.
To you, I know it's probably not following your questionnaires, but that is a problem that we're having here. Uh, there's a lot of blacks, right along with a lot of whites, that are having this problem. When Ben Crump and Al Sharpton came to our state, I think one thing they did wrong was you can't come down here and start saying that our state is prejudiced. This is prejudiced place. This is the state that lynched and killed Emmett Till. Well, that was 71 years ago. And Emmett Till was killed for looking and whistling at a white woman. These days, it's so many blacks having babies with white people. White men are marrying black women down here. We have
Hello. That's where it starts at. He's like, man, we ain't racist down here, man. We marrying white women down here. We making mixed kids. That don't mean that you ain't racist. You know how many mixed kids in a household, just because you got a brother as a father and a mother white, that don't mean nothing. Sometimes the pops end up being racist because he been around a goddamn white woman that grew up racist in her household. I'm not saying all white women are racist. Let's put that clearly, because we don't condone that shit over here. I dated white poon poon, all that. I told you, I dated white, black, Spanish. Listen, I don't discriminate, nigga. Yeah, that part. My fellas, y'all know, yeah. We don't discriminate on the poon poon thing. But anyway, that's a different story. But let me tell you something. Just because you make mixed babies, that doesn't mean that you're not racist. It's how you was raised and where you came from in your household. Some people crack that, they break that, but some people carry on and they carry that shit on with their kids. So I don't want to hear that bullshit. Let's continue. He said, I'm telling you, man, that white poon poon got that nigga bugged out. Let's continue.
so many Sandy Brown. This is prejudiced place. This is the state that there's a lot of blacks, right along with a lot of whites, that are having this problem. When Ben Crump and Al Sharpton came to our state, I think one thing they did wrong was you can't come down here and start saying that our state is prejudiced. This is prejudiced place. This is the state that lynched and killed Emmett Till. Well, that was 71 years ago. And Emmett Till was killed for looking and whistling at a white woman. These days, it's so many blacks having babies with white people. White men are marrying black women down here. We have so many sandy brown haired mixed babies running around down here. We are a gumbo down here. And another thing, Don, is we are a military community. That's how we got here. My dad is originally from Louisiana and my mom's New Orleans. And my dad was military. That's how I got here, through Keishler. And so we have Navy bases here and Air Force bases here. That's what we are. And it's a gumbo. Everybody, white people, try their best to not ruffle the feathers of black people. And black people try their best not to ruffle the feathers of white people for the majority of it. So when Ben Crump come to this town and start saying things like that, he's alienating these people and he's getting pushback now. That's why he's getting all this pushback. And it's going to me, it's hurting the whole entire investigation, which is why he's probably not getting a lot of help from people. To me, that's the deal. You cannot come in here and tell us how racist we are. Well, these people showing you how they hate you doing that type of stuff in our community, and he's going to get this type of pushback that he's getting.
Okay, can I jump in here?
Go ahead.
Okay. Now, look, I'm from Louisiana, so I know there's lots of mix. I mean, that we are all, that's what Creole and mulatto is about. We've been mixing it up. We invented mixing it up in Louisiana, so I understand what you're saying. But that doesn't end race.
You already know that he get donkey of the month. That's exactly, we're gonna go by month. This month in August, this dude right here, Mr. Barber, whoever the hell you is, Mr. So-called friend over there, you get donkey of the month. For you even starting off like that talking. You should be ashamed of yourself. Clown, boy.
sometimes it heightens it, right? Because then there's a hierarchy, and then there's colorism, and then people say, well, I can't be racist because I'm married to a white person or whatever, or I'm married to a black person, and we know that that's not true. The other thing that sounds like, though, and I just want to put this here, I'm not trying to insult you, is like, it kind of sounds like back in the civil rights movement when people would say these outside agitators are coming here and telling us what to do, and we don't want race mixing here. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I understand how people may feel, but sometimes I just
Don Lemon, man, put that nigga in his place, because Don Lemon from Louisiana. Look at this clown over there looking like a black Santa Claus. Like, man, you talking crazy. That's that white poom poom that got your ass whipped. That's what it is. I bet you he probably was the type of brother, he always wanted that. Yeah, man, I want one of the white girls growing up. Yeah, man, I'm trying to tell you, man. Yeah, man, I want one of the white girls growing up. Man, I don't know why they don't look at me now, man. Hold up, man. Well, I'm telling you, when I get one of the white girls growing up, oh yeah, I'm gonna have about 2 or 3 kids with them. I'm trying to tell you, brother. That's exactly what he looked like. Cause you lost in the sauce, nigga. You lost all the way in the sauce.
take this into account. Sometimes it takes, and I'm not saying they're doing this, but just to think about this, sometimes it takes someone who comes from the outside to hold up a mirror so that you can see what's happening, because sometimes you're too close for the forest to see the trees. All right.
Okay.
Don Lemon said, you too close. You in the forest in the trees, so you might be a little bit blind. Huh? Oh, let me put it in the hood terms. When you so comfortable in your town and you so comfortable with the environment, you so comfortable at the percentage that they out percentage y'all, and you so comfortable on, oh yeah, they're just good people and this and that, and you so comfortable. Sometimes outside people could come in, they can see more clearer because you're comfortable in that zone. You've been living in that zone. You're comfortable in that zone. You was born in that zone. So you can't see it no other way but the way you've been seeing it since you was born, raised, plant, all that. But for somebody from the outside that's coming in, they're gonna be like, boy, you've been tripping for 40-something years, boy. You've been blind. Let's continue.
Saying that doesn't sometimes. It kind of sounds like back in the civil rights movement when people would say these outside agitators are coming here and telling us what to do, and we don't want race mixing here. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I understand how people may feel, but sometimes I just want you to take this into account. Sometimes it takes, and I'm not saying they're doing this, but just to think about this, sometimes it takes someone who comes from the outside to hold up a mirror so that you can see what's happening, because sometimes you're too close for the forest to see the trees. All right.
Okay.
So I'm not saying that doesn't exist, that people shouldn't feel that way, but I think that people should have an open mind about it, because
we do.
That's what civil rights leaders did back in the day.
Well,
okay, go on.
We do. I'm for them coming to find justice, but you cannot walk into this town claiming it's racism. All these same state that killed Emmett Till, these racist white people. When that eulogy, I was at the funeral. That eulogy had to be, and just so I'll set it up. You can see this is his obituary. So that eulogy had to be the hardest eulogy for Al Sharpton. When you walked in his church and you saw 30% of the church is white. These are his friends. These are all the people he hang out with. Here's what I'm saying, Don.
My thing is, why are you worrying about Al Sharpton and Ben Crump? Why are you trying to protect the history of Mississippi? Why you like, okay, yeah, it was 30% white people in the funeral. I mean, at the funeral, yeah, but Al Sharpton was probably surprised about that. What you get out of that, though? You see, I was hoping Don Lemon asked him, do he got mixed kids? And Don Lemon didn't ask him that question. I was hoping he was asking him. Don Lemon did not ask him, do he got mixed kids? Is his wife or ex-wife, whatever, do you got a kid by the white woman down there? Let's continue. I'm very curious about that. Do you got mixed kids? Is your baby mom white? Because the way you talking is crazy.
It's like in this generation, It's like we're still charging cases like we're in the 60s when something happens here. I'm not saying a white man did not kill Nolan. What I'm saying is,
well, we don't know that. I'm not going there.
Yeah,
that's not
I'm
what
saying,
I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying it could be over something else. It may be over a girl. Why does race have to lead every time? Why are we leading this investigation with race? Because that's where you're upsetting everybody at. It's when you're saying race, when he's been hanging with them same white guys all his life. And
I have an explanation for you about why, possibly. Because when the photographs came out initially, it was just Nolan with all white people, right? And he's and so the world, this is not just Ben Crump. The family asked Ben Crump to come in. It's not like he volunteered to do this, okay? So, and not that I'm defending Ben Crump. I'm just sort of explaining to you why why people think race is involved or why it's involved. First of all, let's just be honest, Emmanuel. We know the history of the country. We do know the history of Mississippi. And one of the best indicators of what the present is and possibly the future is the history, right, of something, the history of your medical thing. You heard Al Sharpton say that at the funeral. When you go into the doctor and you say, this hurts or I have this ailment, and they go, what medication are you taking? What's your family's medical history? Okay, so you have that history in Mississippi. Not everybody lives in Mississippi. And so the people who are on the internet, the people who don't live in Mississippi, they see a black guy with all white guys and they go, oh, he's the only one that didn't come home. The history of Mississippi, blah, blah, blah. So people start putting two and two together, and that's why race is involved in this, because that is the history of America. Now, whether race played a role in his demise, no one knows that. No one knows that. But there is no denying that race plays a part in this case simply because of the optics. That's where the race part came in. That may be offensive to some people there, but the truth is often offensive. That is the reality in America. Yeah, yes, sir. You can ask me. We're here to have a conversation.
He died for whistling and simply looking at a white woman. Now we have went from there to making babies with these white women. When does that go out of the window for as, this racial component of Mississippi history years ago? How can we accept that history when it comes to
you can accept it by acknowledging the problem. You accept it by acknowledging the problem and acknowledging the reality of the history of the country. You accept it by saying, I understand why people think race is involved. I understand why. I
understand why people do it, but what I'm saying is it a fair assessment for us?
Of course, it's a fair assessment.
We have nothing but a bunch of. We have nothing but mixed kids running around down here.
But just because you have mixed kids, because you have mixed kids, it doesn't mean that you're not racist.
But Don, nobody's dying now. Back then they died for looking at her. Now we're sleeping with them and having kids, and nobody's dying.
One thing. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Emmanuel. Do you know why Nolan died or how? No, I do not. Okay. All right.
So I'm for an investigation. That's why I said I'm for Al and them coming here and investigating. But Don, what I'm saying is I don't think he should have led with this strong racial, the same people who killed Emmett Till and
You could tell he the type of nigga when he gets around them. Yeah, what's going on, Jimmy? Yeah, he start talking just like them. Yeah, he the type of nigga when they get around them. Yeah, you're different, Terrell. Yeah, you're different. You're totally different. Yeah, you're not like one of them guys over there. He accept all that type of talk. You the type of go to a job and they sit around talk about brothers like, yeah, you're different. Yeah, you're different. You're not like one of them. That's the type of brother you are, bro. You a kiss ass, jump on their lap, jump on their back, listen to anything they telling you. Ninja. That's exactly what you are, bro. You are bugged out the way you talking. Yeah, I don't think they should have came down here with the race war and all this. What you mean? You don't see how the situation happened? You see, that's how I get mad about people like him. You got kids? I don't know that. You got nephews? I don't know that. You got little cousins? I don't know that. How about that shit would have happened to one of yours? Will you be having that same energy? Yeah, I don't think they would have came down here with the race war. You know, we different down here. We got mixed kids down here and this and that. You sound like a bozo, clown, goofy, hypocrite, a coon. Let me take that one back. Allegedly. You sound like you kiss their ass all day in the job, bro. You sound like you eat lunch with them and they talk about all your friends at work and you don't even care because they telling you, you know, you're different. You ain't like them. You're different, and you accept that shit. You can't make this shit up, yo. Let's continue because I got a lot with this dude.
That was almost done. What I'm saying is, I don't think he should have led with this strong racial, the same people who killed Emmett Till. And I mean, that was almost 100 years ago, and we're now sleeping.
I don't even think this dude cool with Nolan Wells' father. Because the way you talking, man, nah, you talking down on him. You talking like there's no possibility that shit could have happened. Let's continue, y'all. Shout out to Miss Special. I ain't gonna lie, Pops, yo, you need to put hands and feet on him when you see him at the barbershop. For real. Yo, Pops, allegedly. Take him to the back, know what I mean? Know what I mean? Rough him up a little bit. Y'all go to the same gym, take him, know what I mean? Because he's talking crazy about y'all right now.
White women, and white men are now sleeping with black women, creating babies with these people, man. I mean,
But that doesn't mean that racism. I think that your idea of what racism isn't necessarily calling people the N-word or beating them up. It is a system that is based on superiority and history and present and sometimes people who are in relationships with people of a different ethnicity or a different background, they still have not dealt with racial issues. And sometimes, sometimes the love for people of a different ethnicity is a similar love, especially for blacks and whites, all right? Especially of a certain generation. It's the same sort of love that you have for a pet, where you are, I'm serious, where you love them, you protect them, you pay for everything, but it doesn't mean it's the same love that you have for a human being. It's kind of that, okay, I understand that. In America, the reason that we have this is because we don't deal in a fulsome way with race. We're not honest about it. And we think that racism is something where it is overt. It's not always overt. And there are people who came up through the civil rights movement and people who were discriminated against, they're still here. And the people who were part of the Klan, there's a huge Ku Klux Klan.
Talk that shit, Don. Talk that shit. That's exactly what I've been saying. What I said in the last couple of lives, I know we joke a lot, we entertain a little bit. We're going to get to all that pretty soon. You know, I like to laugh. And what I be saying, they get down with the group in a young age. Just like we got our young kids out there joining gangs, Bloods and Crips and all that, they get jumped in. What you think they get involved in? How you think they get down with? Allegedly. I'm only saying allegedly. But they grab these kids young just like the streets grab our kids young. Just like the streets grabbed us young. But see, the difference between our group and their group, we more of a street gang as far as the history with the gangs, with the Bloods and the Crips and the GDs, whatever gang you involve in, Latin Kings, whatever. That's more of a street. They shit is more of a group. It generates them. They get in positions. They go to college. They start doing. Y'all know what I'm going with this. It's a group thing. And you think they ain't got a sack allegedly, and everything I say is alleged. Shout out to Hold Up. We got a new member. Shout out to Wayne, man, for being down with Team Smoke. Shout out for Wayne for being a new member, being down with Team Smoke. I appreciate that, chat, for showing love. Y'all think they don't do things to get down with the group? Oh, y'all think they just get down with the KKK? Yeah, you want to get down with the KKK? Okay, let's go have a beer right away. Now, you think that's how they get down? And everything I say is alleged. But you think that's how they get down? They go have a beer. Oh, yeah, you're down with us now. You're down with the group. Go get a tattoo. That's how y'all think? No, they do the same shit. There's certain things you got to sacrifice to get down. Us, our young kids, we sacrifice our body. We get jumped in. That part. 95% of the kids that's getting jumped in these games, they're getting jumped in. So they sacrificing their body. To all the homies, a confident life, bro. I got homies still, man. Shout out to all my homies. They know who they is, man. I love all y'all. They know who the hell they is. But at the end of the day, we sacrifice our body to join that game. Unless you want to go do something else and get 35 to life. 95% though, we getting jumped in. That's your body getting damaged. That's sacrifice. You sacrificing your body, champs. What the hell you think they be doing? But they got more of a hate crime. They got more of a history. So they, against other cultures and all that. So what you think they be doing? You think they go over there and jump a little black kid? Some of them probably do that. We don't know. But I'll tell you one thing. A lot of them do down south. They do other things to get down with that group. And anybody from down south know exactly what the hell I'm talking about. They do other things to get down with that group. Shout out to Chris Ankles, man. He said he a clown. That's a fact, man, for that $4.99 on Super Chat. I appreciate that, champ. Yeah. Come on, man. I'm going to put this one time. Shout out to Tonk, man. Skulls and bones. Come on. You already know the vibes. Go do y'all research, man. Come on. Shout out to Perry. You already know the vibes. Go do y'all research on that group. That part. Shout out to Perry. They know what I'm talking about. Let's continue. Let's continue. Nasty work out here, boy.
Contingent in the. There are people who came up through the civil rights movement and people who were discriminated against. They're still here, and the people who were part of the Klan. There's a huge Ku Klux Klan contingent in this country. There are people who are part of the Proud Boys.
Before we continue, man, let's get them likes up to 300. The like is absolutely free. Smash that like button. Do me that favor. The like is free. You got the 3 dots on the video. You're going to see the hype button. Smash the hype button also, and absolutely share the video. Any platform y'all on, make sure y'all share my videos. That's how we gross more people to come over here. Share the video, and we bring more light to this topic. But let's get them likes up. Let's get the 300 likes. Do me that favor, please. Let's get them 300 likes. We go through this every night. We got to fight for the likes. Hold up. Y'all want me to use their term over there in Ocean Spring? Hey, yo, Liddy. Rock. Well, we got a tight-knit, light community now going on. Oh, hey, Liddy, we got a tight-knit, light community going on now, huh? Man, smash that like button, yo. Oh, we got a tight-knit, like buddy community going on here. Like, man, smash that like button, bro. Come on, man. Because they love to use the word tight-knit. Yeah, we got a tight-knit community down here. So, we all stick together down here. Yeah, so that's what was going on here. Come on, we got a tight-knit, light community. Come on, man. Smash that like button. Let's get 300 likes, gang. Come on, let's get 300 likes, man. Let's continue.
Boys who said that they're racist. There are people part of the new neo-Nazis. They say they are racist and they are open with it. So, and a lot of that comes from the South, from Louisiana, where I am, and from Mississippi. And if you go there, if I can drive 5 minutes from where you are and find a person who's involved in one of those groups and a person who's in that community. So don't tell me the civil rights movement and people who were discriminated against, they're still here. And the people who were part of the Klan, there's a huge Ku Klux Klan contingent in this country. There are people who are part of the Proud Boys who said that they're racist. There are people part of the new neo-Nazis. They say they are racist and they are open with it. So, and a lot of that comes from the South, from Louisiana, where I am, and from Mississippi. And if you go there, if I can drive 5 minutes from where you are and find a person who's involved in one of those groups and a person who's in that community. So don't tell me that racism is stamped out in Mississippi and where you are because people are sleeping together. First of all, people have urges, and people used to sleep with each other on plantations.
Which is true.
I'm just saying, the master used to sleep with the people on the plantation.
Exactly. So when your goofy ass little wannabe Santa Claus looking. You talking about you being in the gym. I can't tell, nigga. It look like you got a little belly hanging too, nigga. Like, so when you talking about, yeah, you know, we passed that. We got mixed babies down here. Let me tell you something. You know Thomas Jefferson, the president? Well, he got a lot of mixed babies out there. Go do your research on Thomas Jefferson. I see how many black ladies he was smashing and got babies out there. That shit was all on the show, Oprah show, everything. I mean, he got about 8 black kids out there, if I ain't mistaken. Thomas Jefferson. Y'all remember the big Jefferson morning show? I mean, they went on Oprah and everything. I think it was like 5, 7, 6 black kids, and they DNA came up saying that Thomas Jefferson, the president, was their goddamn grandfather or some shit like that. I remember that. Ty remember that shit. Talking about, yeah, we over that. We got mixed kids. Man, Thomas Jefferson was doing that shit back in his days, making mixed kids. That nigga was looking at that plantation, looking at them fat, y'all know what I'm talking about. He said, man, boy, he said, God, Lord. He said, Lord, I don't want to do this, but man, I can't. Man, them women's over there, they looking way better than our little pale women's over here. Our pale women's ain't got no body. I'm looking at the plantation, and these women's over there got a body. That's what Thomas Jefferson was doing, smashing all them big, thick bodies on there. Why you think he got 8 mixed kids out here, grandkids? Let's start there. Talking about, oh, we stopped that in Mississippi because we got mixed kids. Man, Thomas Jefferson was smashing. He got mixed kids right now, grandkids. What you talking about? Great grandkids. Shout out for the $5 super chat, man. 300 likes requested, more accepted. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get 3 more likes, man. Shout out to Cal, man, for that $5 super chat. I appreciate that, chat. Let's get some more likes, man. We need 3 more likes to 300. Come on, man. He said all the Jefferson here from. That's what I'm saying, Miss Special. All y'all people down south know what the hell I'm talking about. I ain't from down there. I know what I'm talking about. Thomas Jefferson was smashing a lot of poon on that plantation. Nigga, now, come on, man. Let's stop playing out here. And those women was thick back there, so let's stop playing. He got tired of this old ass lady. This old lady ain't had no body. She was washed up. She in the kitchen cooking up that dry ass meal for him. That nigga needed some flavor, nigga. So he went over there with them sisters, nigga. And that nigga probably was eating some good old soul food back in them days. Let's start there. Yeah, I'm talking about Thomas Jefferson, our president. Oh, that shit all in document. That shit all in the history books. I ain't lying over here. That nigga got like 8, 10, 15 grandkids that's mixed. That nigga was loving that poon that back then. Come on, man. Let's cut it. For this little coon ass dude right here talking about, yeah, you know, we stopped the racist shit down here in Ocean Springs in Mississippi. You know, we got mixed kids. Yo, bro, they was making mixed kids way back in 1800s, nigga. Late 1800s. Dudes is clown. Man, shout out to Rock, man, for that $10 cash app. Shout out to my mod, Rock, for that $10 cash app. Rock, you always show love, man. I appreciate that, Rock. Appreciate that, champ. He said, buddy. Hey, yo, shout out to Rock. That's my buddy, nigga. Yeah, since y'all got the buddy thing going on down there and shit, we about to have a whole buddy shit going on up here now. Niggas like, nah, let me stop, though, man. Shout out to all y'all. I love y'all. Let's continue, though, man. Talking about we stop racist because we got mixed kids down here. Man, you sound ignorant as hell, man. If you don't go continue cutting hair, nigga, you need to cut that goddamn beard off. That's what you need to do, to be honest.
And men.
Right. I mean, I was out. Here's what I want.
That's all about urge. That's a lot about urge, and you know, you need to get your freak on.
And what
I'm just saying some of that.
I think that's slightly different topic than what I was speaking of. Like this Saturday, I was out at dinner, man, and everybody in the restaurant was mixed. I mean, I see a black woman here with a Mexican guy, and they got 2 kids, 16 to 17 years old. I mean,
of course, that happens everywhere.
That's how we are down here.
I know that. I'm from the South. I've been saying that people in the South, black people and white people integrate more than they do in the North. But that's mostly about socio.
Exactly. And Don Lemon is fast. When you go down south, you'll see way more mixed. Black, my brothers were white females, or white females with a brother. Or a brother with a white female, or a white, a white female with either way, whatever, or a white dude with a black sister. You'll see that shit more down south, bro. Up here in the East Coast and all this, we rarely see that shit. There's more brothers dealing with Latinas and shit like that up here in the East Coast. Now, if you go to South Jersey, and if you're from the East Coast, y'all know what I'm talking about. You go to Jersey Shore, South Jersey, from the borderline where that shit start and go all the way down, pause, you're gonna have a lot of mixed couples, meaning black and whites. But let me tell you something about the East Coast. You ain't gonna see that shit too much in the malls. You go in the mall, you go to a, you ain't gonna see, you're gonna see a little bit, but not too much. You're gonna see more brothers with Latinas, and you're gonna see more Latinas with brothers over here in the East Coast, all the way from Philly, New York, Jersey, and Connecticut. I'm not saying the black and white don't exist up here, but the percentage is very low up here compared to down south. It's very low. You got to go to certain areas of your state to see that shit. In Jersey, go down to Jersey Shore, nigga. You'll see that shit all day, nigga. Certain parts of South Jersey. I ain't gonna say the whole South to South Jersey. South Jersey, you know what I'm talking about. But from Campton and all them other areas around Campton, it's a lot of mixed babies that's black and white down there. I'm not making this shit up. Shout out to who we got here, man? Shout out to J Wan, man. Shout out to J Wan, man, for that $10 cash app. Hey, yo, J Wan, I appreciate that, champ. I appreciate that. Much love, man. He said for keeping that shit real. You already know the vibes. Shout out to J Wan, man, for that $10 cash app. I appreciate that. I'm telling you, he said we don't claim him. He's not really from Mississippi. That's a fact. He said, I'm from Jersey, and you're correct. So you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? I'm telling you. East Coast got a lot of mixed Spanish and black babies. A lot, nigga. I'm black and Spanish, nigga. Let's start there, nigga. So, but I wasn't born in the East Coast. That part. I was raised in the East Coast, early age. But from the Midwest to the East Coast, Midwest got a lot of mixed babies. They got a lot of black and white babies up there in the Midwest. Let's continue though. He said where they think those features come from in Brazil, respectfully. Hey, yo, shout out to Talk, man. That nigga said, where you think those features come from? Brazil? Liddy said, hell yeah, DC, every race on God. That's a fact. Liddy, you from DC, right, Liddy? Tell me what's the most mixed down there in DC? Where you from, Liddy? Is it black and white babies, or is it like Latinas and black and I mean the brothers, the homies? I want to hear somebody from DC, because DC still got a very big black population down there. So shout out to DC, man. That's Chocolate City out there, man. They said the Mississippi Gulf Coast is melted pot. For real, Smoke, you're right. I'm trying to tell you, man. Go to Texas. Go to Houston. Go to the DFW. See how many mixed Spanish and black kids out there. Houston, DFW, all that shit. Man, the homies out there in Texas, they got Mexicans. See, they let Texas all the way to California, from Las Vegas and Texas all the way to California. That's all mostly Mexicans. Not saying all Mexicans, Ecuadorian, whatever you are from South America. East Coast, we got Dominicans and Puerto Ricans out here. It's a difference. We got y'all too out here. We got little Mexicans and Ecuadorian, but I'm going to say this shit respectfully. I'm going to say this shit respectfully. The East Coast Mexicans and Ecuadorians and South American women over here in the East Coast, they don't look nothing like Cali and Las Vegas. I'm going to keep it real. For some strange reason, we get the little short Mexican girls and all this. Y'all got a whole different Mexican culture in the Cali and the West Coast, because y'all got some bad ones out there. Over here in the East Coast, we look at more of them Dominicans and Puerto Rican mommies. That's what we look at. From Philly, New York, Jersey, and Connecticut. And they know I ain't lying. They know I ain't lying. We got the short little Mexican females out here and all this. Now, maybe the new generation that's young. I'm talking about my generation. I ain't talking about that young generation. That little young generation, Mexicans and all that, they probably different. But my generation, oh, hell no. We got all the little short ones. Nah. He said in Texas, we got the rejects. Hey, yo, Rock, you know the Mexican girls gonna tear your ass up when you come outside, Rock. Rock said we got the reject ones out here in Texas. Cali got the bad ones, man. Shout out to West Coast, man. Y'all got the bad ones out there, bro. Like, Nah, man, y'all Mexican community in Cali, totally different from East Coast and everywhere else. We got the short ones and shit. No body, none of that shit. I mean, they ain't got no body, nothing. Those the ones we got in the East Coast. And the East Coast niggas know I ain't lying. They know I ain't lying, bro. They know I ain't lying. Some of them might got a little cute face, know what I mean? A little something, know what I mean? But the body, oh, hell no, nigga. They show all that. Hell no. Now, I don't believe rock though, man. Texas got some bad Mexican females down there. Shout out to all my Mexican females out there. I love y'all. Y'all already know. I'm just talking about the coast. That's all. It's different of y'all's in different coasts. I don't know what it is, but because we don't get that with Dominican girls. Dominican and Puerto Rican girls, they got Cuban girls, they can land somewhere, nigga, they all over, nigga. They look good. But nah, man, we get them short ones over here in the East Coast. No body, none of that shit. Oh yeah, Miami. I'm gonna forget about Miami. Oh my God. Shout out to Miami, to all the Cuban community out there, man. Them Cuban women's out there in Miami and all that, man. He said, somebody said they got the widest backs. Hey, yo, Trill, man, you wild out, man. This nigga crazy, yo. He said they got the widest backs. Word is born. They pull up on you, that front be looking right, Trill. She come to you, she be like, yeah, what's your name? What's your name? Trill say, yo, they call me Trill out here, ma. Nah, man, she turn around, Trill like, oh, hell no, man. Yo, Trill, sometimes we gotta take it, man. The older we get, we can't be too picky, Trill, man. We can't be too picky, man. She be like, what's your name? What's your name? Trill be like, yo, they call me Trill out here. She turn around, Trill be like, oh, hell no. Shout out to the homie Trill, man. Y'all bugged out, yo. Oh, shit. Yeah, let's continue, man. Because, it's only an hour and 35 minutes. This shit felt like we've been here about 2 hours. I ain't going to hold you. I'm looking at the time like, you only been here for an hour? That's crazy. I'm over here looped, too. Y'all know how smoke do, man. Let's continue, though.
It doesn't mean that. I know that. I'm from the South. I've been saying that people in the South, black people and white people integrate more than they do in the North. But that's mostly about socioeconomics. It doesn't mean that racism is solved. It's because basically those people who live together are the same part of the socioeconomic group. So if you are mostly middle class people and you have grown up there, you are going to pretty much be together in the same places. But here in the North, it is about rich people who are all together. Most of them mainly are white because that's sort of, generational wealth. Most black people didn't have the opportunity to do that.
Hold up, man. I forgot to shout out Yolanda, man. Shout out to Yolanda, man, for that $8 cash app. My bad, Yolanda. Pardon me. My bad. Shout out to Yolanda for that $8 cash app. My bad, ma. Appreciate that. You already know the vibes. You've been rocking with me, for a minute. Appreciate that. Hold on, let's get to this super chat. Shout out to Norman. Shout out to Ingrid Norman. He said Humpty Dumpty cloud chaser when is there white gonna speak up. It's always the raccoon speak out for the family. Yo, y'all using that word, boy. Them raccoons. I'm trying to tell you, man. Let's continue though. I appreciate that $4.99 super chat. Appreciate that, love. Let's continue. Hey, yo, let me put this out there too, because I seen somebody put SpongeBob bodies and all. Let me tell you something. I'm at an age right now. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm at an age right now. I'm not too big on the BBL thing. I'm not too big on that. I'm from the old school. I like natural. The farthest I'll go with the fake shit is probably your little, I'll go with those. I'll go with that little, titties, whatever, But as far as the BBLs, I'm not too hype over that. I'm a natural nigga. I come from the old school. But shout out to my ladies, y'all ain't got all that, man. Listen, man. Don't be the one with the pretty face, boom, boom, to that boom, boom, boom. I don't know. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Listen, I just gotta put it out there. Because every lady ain't got the fat ass and all that, but that be good, nigga. They always got something to, I ain't got the ass, but I got something else for your ass, nigga. Shout out to all my ladies that got that extra. If they ain't got the ass, they always got something else for us, that part. So shout out to my ladies that ain't got all that in the back. I love you. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Let me put that out there, because I don't want to start losing subscribers. Like, oh, man, he like big booties and all. Nah, listen, we ain't gonna know this. I like all of it. But shout out to y'all, man. My nigga Breeze said, word. Breeze know what I'm talking about. Man, listen, yo, fellas, we get to a certain age, we gotta stop being picky, man. I'm being real with y'all. We gotta stop being picky, man. I'm being real with y'all, man. Yo, 803 know what I'm talking about. He said, shout out to them. You know what I'm talking about. To a certain age, I'm telling you, your uncle, they're gonna be like, man, boy, you about 40 years old. You better stop being picky out there, boy. I'm telling you, they're gonna tell y'all that shit. I'm telling y'all, man. Stop being picky, fellas. Stop chasing all on with them fat asses and all that. Don't be the ones that be bugged out sometimes. I'm telling y'all, we old as hell. We've been running since the 90s. Y'all gotta remember that. We've been running since the 90s, niggas. I'm tired, nigga. I ain't got no more energy to be running around all that. That's a young nigga game, man. I'm all right with that. Let's continue, man. He said, I'm a solid 3. She said, like any woman that talks to me. Hey, I love y'all, man. Shout out to all my ladies. Shout out to my homies, man. Let's continue, though, man.
But here in the North, it is more polarized than it is in the South. The South, I think, used to be segregated, but people are more polarized here in the North than they are in the South.
And now I know you can speak on that better than most because you from the South and you've been living all over. You've been living in the North, so I can understand.
Not only am I from the South and living in the North, my family just left here, and we had a long discussion about this, and a long discussion about people who believe that racism is over, or just because people what they're called, oh, there's race mixing. That's what the racists used to call it back. But people who are marrying interracial marriage, they think that racism is over because of that, and it's not. But it doesn't mean that it is as bad as back in Emmett Till. Right. We made progress.
Racist people is going to always be with us. There's nothing you can do about that. That's why Jesus Christ.
Shout out to Todd. Todd said, man, grandma passed this down to all of us. I know that's right. Hey, yo, Todd, shout out. Yo, for real, yo. Yo, Todd, you shout out, Todd. She said, man, my granny, man, rest in peace to grandma, man. I don't know if she, still here, Todd, but pardon me, I don't know if she's still here, whatever. But shout out to grandma, man, for passing that down. I know that's right. Shout out to Granny, man. Shout out to Granny, man. For real. Shout out to Granny, man. We need more natural out here. All that BBL shit, that shit played out, man. That shit played out. Oh, shit. Y'all bugged out. Yo, Todd crazy, though, for real. Shout out to my mom, Todd. And shout out to Granny for giving that to the grandkids and all that. We don't need no BBLs out here, man. Todd kept that shit. She said, nah, my girl gone 6 years ago. Oh, man. Rest in peace to grandma, for real, Todd. Rest in peace to grandma, man. For real, man. I just lost the grandpa. My grandma's still living, but you know how that shit go. Rest in peace to grandma. Let's continue though, gang. That was a funny one, Todd.
Blood died for that very same thing. Is because racist people gonna walk amongst you. But who really cares about the quiet racist? He's a racist and he's quiet and he don't say nothing about it. He over there. If he not bothering you, he can be racist over there. As long as he don't come and shove it down my throat, I don't care what he is over there, right? He's not affecting me. If he ain't affecting me.
You don't know that.
But
you don't know what that quiet racist is doing. You don't know who he's influencing. You don't.
Don Lemon be talking that shit. Hold up, we getting them super chats in, man. Shout out to the official, man, for that $50 super chat. Oh, Lord. I appreciate that forward. I wish you would have sent that shit on Cash App. I ain't gonna hold you, but I'll take whatever, man. Shout out to the official from the $49.99 super chat. I appreciate that for real. The official, I appreciate that, man. He said, I appreciate your content. Never too serious. We always have a good time here. It's like being at a family reunion. You already know that's the type of vibe I try to bring, man. That's a vibe I try to bring over here. You hit it right on the spot, like a family reunion. And if you really know me, this ain't no made up character. That's the sad part. That's the I ain't gonna say that's the sad part, but that's the bugged out part. This is me naturally, man. This is me naturally. I appreciate that $49.99 super chat, man. I appreciate that. That's a lot of love right there. That's a lot of love. Let's go, gang. Anybody else want to support the channel? We got the super chat, we got the cash app, donate to the channel, support the channel. And we got the Team Smoke. Get your membership. Don't be shy, man. Smash that like button, most importantly. If you can't do none of that, smash that thumbs up. If not, smash the thumbs down then. I don't care if you smash the thumbs down. Do something. Don't be looking at your phone and your laptop like this. Like, nah, we ain't gonna be doing all that. Don't be all like this. Use your goddamn finger and smash that like button, man. That's a fact. The quiet races are the most dangerous ones. That part. Let's continue with Don Lemon, though, because he's cooking right now. I told you we got this raccoon up there.
What kids and grand
Bothering you, he can be racist over there.
And once I start the video, we got something popping, man. Shout out to 803. Shout out to 803, man, Hitman, man. Shout out to the 803 Hitman, man. Salute, champ. Appreciate you getting down with the camp, man, for real. Appreciate you getting your membership, supporting the channel. I really appreciate that. Shout out to 803 the Hitman, man. I appreciate that, champ, for real. Man, light that shit up, too, man. I know you got something in that yak, nigga. You already know, nigga. Pull something up, nigga. Get that Patron or something, nigga. You know the effing vibes, man. Let's continue, though, gang.
As long as he don't come and bled and died for that very same thing, is because racist people gonna walk amongst you. But who really cares about the quiet racist? He's a racist and he's quiet and he don't say nothing about it. He over there. If he not bothering you, he can be racist over there. As long as he don't come and shove it down my throat, I don't care what he is over there, right? He's not affecting me. If he ain't affecting me,
you don't know that.
But
you don't know what that quiet racist is doing. You don't know who he's influencing. You don't know what kids and grandkids he's influencing. You don't know that.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is
you don't know who he's supporting. Maybe he's sending money to the Klan. You don't know.
But when I'm speaking of quiet, I'm talking about the ones who just keeping it to himself. You know what I'm saying? If he's quiet with it, I agree with what you're saying right there. I agree with that.
Emmanuel.
If he's helping people be racist, that's a problem. And when I'm speaking,
but how do you know that if he's quiet about it? Quiet is kept. You know what quiet is kept is, right?
Hey, I'm just saying, man. If you got a health problem and it don't show, it don't show up on this blood result, then good deal.
Then eventually, one day, it's going to kill you.
I said eventually one day it's going to kill you. Man, talk your shit, Don Lemon, because he from down there. This dude over here, I can't stand his voice either. Yeah, man, I can't stand him. He got that squeaky ass brake. You know, when you hit your brake, that should be squeaky as hell. That's the type of voice he got. I want to know this kid. I want to know if this dude got mixed kids. I'm being honest, man. I really want to know if he got mixed kids, man, because he acting like
Even if it doesn't show up, even if you don't know about it, it's still going to kill you.
But here's my main thing, though.
Yes.
And I want to speak on what you just said.
Yes, sir.
I believe the world and Hollywood did this to us down here in the South.
This nigga about to blame Hollywood. Shout out to the official, man, for being a member and giving me that $49.99. Shout out to you, Chad, for real. Shout out to you, man, supporting the channel. I appreciate that. I really do. Shout out to you for being a member, man. Team Smoke, man. We going up, man. Y'all already know the vibes.
They have made everybody in the North, East, West think that we so prejudiced down here. When none and Hollywood did this to us down here in the South. They have made everybody in the North, East, West think that we so prejudiced down here. When none of that is true, man. It is not. It's not saying that there's no prejudiced people here, but you cannot just keep saying that.
How did Hollywood convince people that what happened in the South and what's happening in the South that's real is, how does that Hollywood? Hollywood is just projecting what's happening.
Because when they make their movies, that's how they show it. They project
movies?
us. Every racial movie, everything
what movies
that come through here.
Did you watch Django?
Yeah, I watched that.
Okay, did you think that wasn't real? A lot of this stuff is based on
I'm not saying
truth.
that wasn't real. But what
Do
I'm
you remember when
saying
we were
is,
going? How old are you? How old are you?
I'm 46.
Do you remember Miss Jane Pittman? Do you remember that story? Did you watch
Yes,
Roots in
just
elementary
yeah,
school?
yes, I did.
All right, so that was Hollywood doing that?
No, listen, man, this is what I'm trying to say. Hollywood will take something that may be true, or Hollywood will take something that's not true and make you think it's true by keep putting that in your head. That's their job. You know,
How are they putting something in your head that is, if it's based on reality or a true story?
But
So do you think
it
that
might
the
have used
image?
to been based on reality and a true story. But you cannot keep coming down here telling the world that, listen, man, people comment in my comments all day about how racist we are down here. You know, people, we don't move like that. We really, because here's what I think, Don, and you should know this better than anybody. Because there was a problem here in Mississippi, a big problem in Mississippi with racism. These days, people try not to step on each other's toes because they don't want it to come across as we still have that problem.
Okay, Emmanuel,
even though
you
they
are
might not want you to marry their daughter, but that's his personal preference. That don't make him preference. Is that not his personal preference? If a black man chooses for his daughter to be married to another black man because that's what he is, does that make that black man prejudiced? No,
Yes,
that's
it does.
his preference.
Yes,
No.
it does.
So
oh my
a
gosh,
person can't prefer something?
Okay, let me tell you what. Oh, did I lose him? Are you still
No,
there?
I'm still here. Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, I can't see you for some reason. I lost you on the thing. Okay, let me oh, here it is. Let's make sure. It's not, I can't see you. I've lost my
Everything's
thing.
good on my end. So
Yeah, so I'm going to hold on, Emmanuel. I'm going to tell you what happened. Okay, so Emmanuel.
Shout out to the official for another $19.99 for a $20 super chat. I appreciate that. He said he's seeking appeal from the tight-knit budded community, Smoke. That's a fact. That's exactly who I think sent him there. Allegedly. And everything we speak over here is alleged. That's exactly who sent that barber over here. Yeah, you're a barber, right? Yeah, you know, I cut Nolan hair 18 years ago when he was a kid and all this. Nah, that's who sent you there. That tight-knit community. That budded community. Because you're talking crazy. I told you, he's one of them dudes that once he got himself a Caucasian woman, he was never going to let go. That's why I believe he do got. So somebody said that. Shout out to Odo 3 Hitman. He said that earlier. He said, man, that nigga do got. He seemed like he got mixed kids. Shout out to your kids, respectfully. And I mean, respectfully and all that. But I could tell that you got a white woman over there, allegedly. Just the way you talking. And nothing wrong having a white woman. Don't get it twisted. But it's all about what type of communication I got going on in the household. Because I know people be like, oh, nah, you taking it to another. No, let me repeat myself clearly. Nothing wrong who you date. It's a type of communication, what type of topics y'all talking in your household. Everything comes in the household. And if you a kid growing up hearing all that shit, and somebody put that in the chat on, I think SoCal. Shout out to SoCal. She said, yo, my parents was racist as hell. Shout out to SoCal. I should have kept that up. She said, when we went outside, they act like, oh, yeah, everything was Gucci, though. That shit just don't come from the white. That shit come from all cultures, bro. Africans, races. They don't even rock with black Americans. I sit back and wait. Shout out to all my African women. Shout out to all y'all. I love y'all. I know some of y'all probably watch me. I love y'all. But listen, let's be real here. We got races in all cultures, man. It's all about us. It's all about the young generation. It's all about who's going to break that shit. Because I just don't want to make it seem like it's a black and white thing. Nah, Spanish people also. They got their ways also. Don't get it twisted. Haitian people, African people, and they black just like the homies out here in America. They can't stand us. Y'all ever worked in their own spot, nursing home, hospital, and all that? Them niggas act like they smarter than y'all niggas. I'll sit back and wait. They look at us like we don't know shit. They look at us like, oh my God, y'all American black people don't. I'll sit back and wait. How many ladies and gentlemen work with them in nursing homes, in hospitals, and all that? Because that's their profession mostly. I sit back. Shout out to Drea for that $9.99 super chat, man. Shout out to Drea. Shout out to Drea for that $9.99 super chat. Keep cooking, Smoke. You already know. I'm trying to tell you. It be mostly the older generation. The young generation don't be on that because one thing about New York, that says a pot. It's a pot of all mixed cultures. And that young generation, they don't rock that shit. They don't bring that racist shit. It's the older generation. It be their grandpas, their grandmas, or sometimes their mom. It depends what generation your mom come from. I'm speaking all facts here, man. Shout out to Latoya for being a member. Shout out to Latoya for being a member. For being down with Team Smoke. I appreciate that for Latoya. You already know the vibes. Come on, man. Let's stop playing. Miss Special said me, huh? Y'all know the vibes, man. So that shit come from all cultures, man. But the only thing that cracks me up the most when it comes to the white and the black culture, how much longer we gonna fight that? That was one of the first fights, first little race war, you want to say, in the beginning, allegedly. According to the story they told us, but I don't go by the history. I love history. I did my own research growing up. But anyway, that's a different topic. But when we gonna let that shit go? Because if you look at the country now, not for nothing, it depends what coast you live at. Especially down south, it's a lot of mixed kids. Mostly of them are black and white. So I can understand that if you got mixed kids, oh, the racism is over. Nah. It depends who the parents are. The parents could continue carrying that shit on. They ain't got to show their kids. But they're going to talk about it in the house where the kids can actually hear it. And then you confusing your kids when they go outside and they got to go interact with all these different type of cultures, the black kids and all that, especially if they play sports. And down south. Because sports is a very big thing down south. And we talking about football. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all see what Fart going through? We all know who Fart is. When that when his little ass go to college, and remember, he's a starting punter. He's the starting punter. I mean, he's a high class punter. I think he's 5-star or some shit like that. So he got a little leg with him. He could kick. Pause. He could kick. Shout out to Fart for having a little profession in kicking. Yeah, shout out to you, chat. Your NFL dreams, though? Hello. I think that shit gonna be canceled. But that's another story. We'll see that. But look at Fart. You don't think when you go in the locker room, he played for Wyoming on the information that we got. I ain't making this up. Anybody know college football? I don't care what college football state you play for. 65% of that locker room or 55% of that locker room is going to be black. So when Fart walk in that locker room, how you think the homies going to look at that nigga with this case all nationwide now? And they probably used to high-five that nigga last year when he first started. Now the new season coming, they looking at him like this. They're like, oh, the homies in the locker room. They're like, man, hell no, we ain't high-fiving this nigga. He said it's only 32 of them positions in the world, Fart. That's a fact, 803. That's a fact, 803. Let's continue, though. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, man. Let's get 50 more likes, man. Let's match the count. We having a good night, and it's still early. We ain't even go through the Nancy Grace interviews. Smash the like button, man, because we about to have a whole entertainment going on soon. Smash that like button. Do me that favor, gang.
I don't even know where to start when you're talking about someone who doesn't want. Yeah, that's bias. That's prejudice. If someone doesn't want, because it shouldn't be about race. You should be about you. If you're a father, you should be about who your daughter loves, whether you're a black man, a white man, or whoever. And so to say that if I don't want my daughter to marry a white man and I'm a black man, yeah, that's bias. That's racial bias.
So you can't have a preference for what cake or what car you prefer? Does that mean that you're prejudiced against?
Well, you can't compare cars. You can't compare cars to people. That's not the same thing. Come on.
So you're saying people are not allowed to have a preference? That don't mean a preference.
You're allowed to have a preference, but if the preference is based on race, that's problematic.
No,
because
it may not.
We're all humans. If you like people, some people like dark-haired people, some people like light-haired people. But if you discount an entire race, That's racism.
No. If a man says, I want somebody that looks like me.
Hey, Maz, do me a favor. Look up the somebody that know about college football. Anybody, any one of my members or mods. Look up the black percentage on Wyoming football team. Cause I think somebody said like, nah, I don't think he got that because he played for Wyoming. I'm trying to tell y'all, we play all over the place, bro. I don't care if you playing in the middle of America, nigga, North Dakota, whatever. We're gonna have some brothers in that locker room. It's gonna be about 40%. Somebody look up Wyoming football team and see the black, see how many percentage of black players on that team. I'm just curious about that.
Or resemble me. To marry my daughter, that does not mean that person
That's
is
not your decision.
racist.
That's not your decision.
Yeah, we know it's not his decision. But he didn't say that.
Decision.
I didn't say anything that person would not accept another race come marry his daughter.
God.
I'm just saying it does not mean that a person is racist if he wants.
Are you in the
if a black man wants his daughter to marry another black man, that does not make him a racist. And the same with a white guy. If a white guy wants his daughter to marry a white guy,
look, I'm going to move on. Let me just say this. I'm going to move on because I want to talk about you.
Okay.
It's exactly what I said to you in the beginning of this. You're too close to it to even understand what it is. First of all, it's not that dad's decision about who his daughter marries. That's the point. That is actually misogyny, right? The fact that you think that you can control or you should control who your daughter marries, and the fact that you don't understand that.
Control it. I didn't say he can control it. She can pick.
Oh God.
Here's where the racism come in. If his daughter brings home a certain person of another race, and then he says, "I don't want him in here," after that's what she chose, yeah, that's racist. I agree.
So we got 45 to 46% overall. Shout out to Liddy for looking that up. He said then the school is general is 1% black. Liddy says 45 to 46% black players on Wyoming team, football team. Doesn't give by the school. Okay, Liddy, I hear you. So you going by the football team. That's what I was saying. Football, man, we got a lot of brothers, man. They play all over. I don't care if you play for North Dakota, nigga. Look at Boise State. All my homies. I know what Boise State at. Boise State with the blue turf field. It's a lot of brothers that played on that team. And that's in the middle. That's what, North Dakota, some shit like that? Yeah, Fart. You're gonna go in that locker room. A lot of your own teammate brothers gonna look at you crazy. He's saying 10% of them are mixed. Let's continue with this interview, gang. Smash that like button. Let's get 400 likes, man. Let's get 400 likes, man. We at 364. Let's get 400 likes.
No. That's racism. That's aggression. But him preferring someone of another preferring someone of his race, that is racism. I am preferring someone of my own race. That is the definition of racism. Now, if he gets aggressive with the other guy, that's aggression and violence. But to say, if you look up the definition of racism, it is preferring, in that definition, someone of your own race.
So when are you allowed to have a preference? When are you allowed to have a preference?
I gotta go. You can't have a preference. Everybody has a preference, but that's not racism.
But racism is totally different than a preference. If he prefers,
that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Like oh
my gosh, I'm not going to go on with this. I'm going to send you someone who can talk to you better about this. And it's Eddie Glott. I'm going to give you your number. But I think that you're too close to it, that you don't understand. And people there don't understand what actual racism is because they're too close to it. It's not.
You heard that key word Don Lemon said, he too close to it. Then I said that earlier. When you've been around that shit your whole life, that's what you adapt to. You too close to it. You're blind. And you can obviously tell this nigga's a whole raccoon. He blind, allegedly. Let's continue.
With someone, it's not having mixed kids. That's all. That is not you are in the whole other realm.
He prefers not to date a black woman. He prefers to marry an Asian woman. So does that make him prejudiced against black people?
Yes, it makes him prejudiced against black women.
Huh? If his mother and sister is black, that's his preference that he chooses to like Asian women.
Yes, that's what racism is.
Or Indian women.
That's what racism is. That's the definition of racism.
Well, I guess we got a different definition of racism.
Nope.
Racism
See, that's the whole
to
thing
me
that
is
I
you out
just.
there trying to kill us. And systemic racism. I agree with
No,
that. Systemic racism
that's
is a thing.
violence. That's violence, and that is breaking the law. Racism. Who is that noise? Racism is exactly.
That's on
That's
my
you,
your
Don.
notifications.
Oh, that's
no,
him?
that's not me. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, that racism is exactly what you said. That is. That's racism. Okay, now let's move on. Okay,
right,
so let's move on because we're not going to solve that here.
At least we having a good time, man.
I'm having a good time because you keep making the argument against yourself every time you open your mouth, and I'm wondering. I'm like, are you in the sunken place? I think you might be in the sunken place, Emmanuel. I think you're in the sunken place. Okay, look, I've got a quickly. I have to get off because I have an 11 o'clock appointment. However, I'm going to bring in our correspondent Daniel Grimes, who actually called you to do the interview. Daniel, real quickly because you have to get off. This is fascinating, right?
Fascinating, and I want to pivot because a lot of this conversation has focused on the one area that I feel like Don, you and Emmanuel disagree. But let's pivot back because Emmanuel, you and I chatted, and you said. Right. You've spoken to the kids there. You've spoken to, Nolan's family, and you know both sides to this. So can you just speak a little bit about? I think a lot of people want to know. Those kids are not talking. You've talked to them. What is their theory on what happened to Nolan?
Well, I'm gonna tell you what they told me Friday, just for this past Friday night. They said they don't know what happened, but they do believe in their heart that something happened to him. And they said they don't really want to talk to people anymore. And I was glad you brought that in because I was going to mention this to Don a second ago. They saying that they don't like the way that the reason why they really don't want to give interviews anymore. They don't like the way that the outside people has been treating Black Mississippians. I'm just telling you what they say. They say they're not believing what we're saying. They the way that talk to people anymore. And I was glad you brought
Nolan.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what they told me Friday, just for this past Friday night. They said they don't know what happened, but they do believe in their heart that something happened to him. And they said they don't really want to talk to people anymore. And I was glad you brought that in because I was gonna mention this to Don a second ago. They saying that they don't like the way that the reason why they really don't want to give interviews anymore. They don't like the way that the outside people has been treating Black Mississippians. I'm just telling you what they say. They say they're not believing what we're saying. They think that we this racist place down here, and so we don't really want to give them interviews anymore. That's exactly what was told to me this past Friday night.
But going back to your point, so you said that they think something happened to Nolan.
Yeah.
What do they think happened?
You said he said they don't know what happened, but what are do they have any ideas? Are they giving you any theories?
Yeah, they were there.
No, one of them told me that they gave to the police about a week or so ago the last two people Nolan was seen with. One was a girl, one was a guy, and I won't be giving their names, of course, because I don't need nobody trying to sue me. But that's what I was told. That it was a guy and a girl that they was last seen with on the island. And I want to say this too about the lady that took that video and chopped it up and was able to pull up. If that video is true, Don and Daniel, if that video there is true, it's a lot of people in trouble in Ocean Springs. It's a lot of people voices on there. Now, a lot of people are debunking it, saying that she's lying, it's AI, it's wrong. Where she got that straight from, I think it was on YouTube. She said she pulled it off of YouTube from the towing company, whatever.
From Nancy Grace.
She wasn't. Look, she's not here to defend herself, but what she did say, but as she was putting the video out, is that this is my interpretation. It should not be the only interpretation, and it should not be taken as fact or 100% fact. So I think she made her case. But I don't think people are believing that. People are having confirmation bias about what they're hearing or not hearing on the tape. Some people say, I don't hear anything. And some people legitimately don't hear anything. Right. And some people do. So
one thing I think that she did say was the name Bart. Well, she heard that from somewhere because she don't know nobody out there. And it was a Bart out there. So it may be some credence to what she's saying. You know what I'm saying? Because what I'm hearing is Bart's father is suing people for slander. And according to the black guys that was around in the surrounding situation, they cleared Bart.
So you've talked to people who know Bart?
Yeah. And they were black. These were black guys.
And were they out on Horn Island, or how are they able to clear Bart?
This particular black guy, he was at the house that night, and he did see Nolan car keys on the table. That's what he told me.
He was out at the house July 4th night.
Right.
On the cart on the you said he saw his keys on the table. Right. Where back at their apartment.
At one of them house. Yes, back at one of them house. I don't know whose house they was at.
Is it in Ocean Point? Where do they live?
Ocean Springs.
Ocean Springs. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
All right.
But I don't know no more details on that. That's just what I was told. And I'm just repeating what I'm told, and take it with a grain of salt or take it however you want to,
What do you think happened?
Let me tell you something. I've been asked that question so many times, even on other national radio talk shows and whatnot. It's so much stuff coming out, so many different variables, man. I can't say what happened, and I'm not willing to say what I think partially happened. But it's a movie, a Netflix series. I believe it's called Your Honor. I don't know if you ever seen that, but if you haven't, you'll see it. It's real life. If something did happen, I got to go back to that lady's video. If that is the truth, then we looking at a lot of cover up here. But here's the other side to this. I know the sheriff. I know Mike.
You know Ledbetter.
Right. I know Mike Ezell. He was the sheriff, and he's now a sitting congressman. It's hard for me to believe those guys gonna turn a blind eye when if it was any foul play. I just don't see that man walking away. Now, did he speak prematurely? I believe once they found his body, I believe it looked like a drowning when you first take a look at it. But what sparked suspicion is when the mom, Christine, started making phone calls about what happened to my son, how this happened, whatever. Then she started getting mom is the word. Well, that sparked suspicion. Well, that is a problem now. Now, the sheriff did already put out his statement that they believed it was a drowning, because that's at the first initial eyesight. And Don, I'm going to say this to you, and Daniel. This case has taken on its own thing that nobody believed would have ever happened. And I believe if we had to start this case over, I believe you'll see a whole nother different case. We all Monday morning quarterbacking, even the sheriff, everybody that's involved. I don't believe that Ben Crump and Al would come down to Mississippi and say the same things and act the way they did. Because if you notice, he changed his stance. He changed up how he conducted himself.
You don't know Al Sharpton.
Well, here's what I'm saying.
I think that they would handle it the same. But anyway, go on. Go on. I don't want to argue about it. Go on.
Right, when Al came to the funeral, when Ben Crump come down here and did a press conference in our city right next to me, he was saying, let's wait on the facts and the evidence. See, Don, you being a powerful black man, you could actually help the atmosphere down here in South Mississippi.
You want me to come down?
Say again?
You want me to come down there?
I was going to invite you down. I wanted you to see how we live as people down here together. They called me. I'm going to take you around. The other thing, Christ, I can't do that because he's not Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? We all have sinned and come short of the glory of God. So is it possible? Yes, it is possible. But to ask me, I don't believe that they would cover anything up. Because I'm going to tell you, I believe the case has taken on its own thing that nobody believed would have ever happened. And I believe if we had to start this case over, I believe you'll see a whole nother different case.
I ain't gonna lie. If anybody watched that movie, Your Honor, that lady's a judge. That shit crazy.
We all Monday morning quarterbacking. Cover anything up, because I'm gonna tell you something. The FBI is involved. The FBI does not have a problem with arresting a sitting judge. And if Miss Cole knew something and she played a part in aiding and abetting, if she played a part in aiding and abetting, she's looking at jail time. And as
I would say that you are right about the FBI if we weren't in this place with where Kash Patel is leading and that where the FBI is doing whatever this administration wants them to do. But listen, Emmanuel, I would like for you to come back and we can finish this conversation, but I must go right now. It is urgent that I go because I have a very important thing.
Hey, Don, I appreciate
and analyzed by the Cajun Navy, the U.S. Cajun Navy, based on all sorts of statistical data. Look at this photo before we go to the Cajun Navy. Look at this. Check out what you're seeing. Look at all the boats surrounding where Nolan was. Leave up the photo out to Caitlin Becker, senior national correspondent, New York Post, star of New York Postcast, their new podcast. Caitlin, what are we seeing?
Well, what we're seeing here comes from this new report from the United Cajun Navy, and you're seeing several boats strung together. This is one of the first images that we've seen of this certain configuration of boats there. They're all identified, one of which was the boat that Nolan came out there on. There's several others kind of anchored with it and tied up, which begs the question of where was Nolan when this photo was taken? Because it's unclear if he's actually in it. What time was this photo actually taken? So what you're seeing here is, as you said, a potential pool of witnesses.
Hey, Caitlin, look at this. There's boat number 1. There's boat X. There's boat number 2. There's boat number 3. And there's a boat from which the photo is taken. Now, look in the water. There much has been made. Nolan Wells was drinking. Okay, well, apparently everybody was. They all have containers, open containers in the water. Okay, as far as I know, that's not a felony. Boat number 1, full of people. Boat X, full of people. Boat number 2, full of people. Boat number 3, full of people. People on the boat from which the photo was taken. Some of these boats tied together. You know what that means?
Oh, we got one. All right, who this is? You look like you washed up. Look at your face. Look at your profile. She said, man, F you, fool. Your sad ass life hating on people because they have white skin. Who's hating on people because they got white skin? Didn't I tell you? Didn't I say this? I used to deal with girls like you. I dealt with white girls, Spanish girls, white Spanish girls. I dealt with light-skinned sisters. I dealt with dark-skinned sisters. I dealt with all skin. Man, F you. Look at you. You look like you washed up. Look like you smoke mad cigarettes on the low. Look like you just do. You got a fake profile picture. I know for a fact you don't look like that. Yeah, y'all be missing this shit, gang. I be catching all this. I don't know. Y'all be sleep because I guess the content we be playing sometimes. You know, some of my moms be sleep, but yeah, look. We got a whole cigarette smoker. Oh my God, F you. You're mad because we got a white skin. Look like you smoke mad Winstons. You don't get your goofy ass out of here. Oh, let me guess. You blow mad vapes. I guarantee you got some brothers underneath that poom poom though. I guarantee you. That's why you mad. Cause you done gave that poom poom to some brothers and to some, hold up, some dark skinned Latinos like me and darker, and you mad as hell, right? I know. Look, she said, look, hold on, we got her girl, look. She said, see how judgmental you are? She said, I'm as real as fuck, I don't smoke cigarettes. Who being judgmental? You came in here with that shit. Hold up, I got proof. You came in here in my chat with the bullshit. I ain't judgmental. I'm just speaking facts of life. You ever heard of facts of life? The years you've been raised, the years, what, you was blind, your hair was like this all day, you was like a little bobblehead, huh? Throughout your whole life, you was just ignoring everything that's facts. That's your problem. I'm talking about facts of life. People that went through life. How old are you? I ain't being disrespectful. I'm being very kindly. How old are you? She said I don't smoke cigarettes. I Hey, yo, you came in here bugged out. What you doing, man? You drinking? Because obviously you really don't follow my channel because nobody don't be judgmental here. We just speak about facts of life. People, what they seen, what they went through in life, growing up, growing up in life, whatever you're from, down south, east coast, west coast, northwest. We got people from all coasts over here. So we speak about facts of life. So who's being judgmental? You want to continue? She said, all right, guy, you're being judgmental. Hey, yo, you wildin', yo. I ain't gonna miss. What's your name, Sherry? Sherry, you bugging out. Where you from, Sherry, man? You wildin' right now. That's how I know you really don't follow me. How I'm being judgmental. I dated girls like you. Hello, what we talking about? My whole chat know that. I've been put that in the air. I dated white girls, Spanish girls. Like I said, I date all cultures. How I'm being judgmental? Because I experienced what I went through with them in life? Or what I seen with their family and that type of shit? So I'm being judgmental? So if you got a baby by a black guy, right, and your baby's mixed, and you've been around that black guy family for the last 10 years, and you experienced what you've seen or what you went through on a black family, are you being judgmental? No, you speaking about facts of life, what you seen and what you went through, right? Hello, different cultures. You're being judgmental. I don't smoke cigarettes. Oh man, yo, let me get your ass out of here, man. Hey, yo, that shit. I be catching them. I told you, I be catching them, man. I be catching them, bro. I be waiting for them to come in here because I know they don't follow my channel. Ain't nobody date one race. I told you I date. I've been around y'all since I was 15, 16 years old. Hello. You ain't gonna tell me what I seen, what I went through with your culture. Like, shout out to your culture. I love y'all. Don't get it twisted. I love all cultures. But I speak about facts of life. And I ain't say all of y'all are bad. Hello. So that's how I know you don't follow me. Yeah, she bad as hell. When I bought them cigarettes out, she said, oh my God, you're being judgmental. I don't smoke cigarettes. Once I said Winston, she got mad as hell. You somebody smoke Winston cigarettes. Like, you don't get your ass out of there. Yo, shout out to 803 said that sounded like a little Boston. Hey, yo, shout out to Boston, man. 803 said, man, that sounds like one of them chicks out in Boston. I'm trying to tell you, 803, you know the effing vibes, man. Oh, shit. Yo, she came in here and crashed out. Hey, yo, gang, she probably watched us for like a whole 30, 40 hours. She's like, I can't take it no more. Listen, if you don't smoke cigarettes, you blowing on that vape. You doing something. You doing something. You probably like, oh, you smoking on the vape. Would you smoke hookahs? I don't know what the hell you doing, man. Oh shit, yo. LaShonda said, man, cause she like that. She like that. Yo, LaShonda crazy. LaShonda, that's a real quote though. Because this is a simple fact. They be smashing one of us. They think that ain't come on, nah. It's just we niggas. We gonna do what we do. Growing up, we gonna try different cultures. That's what we just like women try different cultures, the same thing. Like, yo, she crazy, yo. She probably be smashing a couple of homies. She thinks she ain't on that level. Nah, you on that level. Take the homie to your house. I guarantee you, your grandmother, somebody don't like that nigga. Let's start there. You're being judgmental. Shit. I don't even want to play. I don't even want to play Nancy no more, man. She done got me all the way turned up now, to be honest, yo. Oh shit, yo, she bugged out. She mad as hell. Hold on, I want to find another one. I hope somebody dropped. Cause somebody watching a. You see, she watching a replay. She watching a replay, so she's trying to catch up. And when she called up, that's when she dropped that comment. Yeah, we're gonna find another one. Oh shit, yo. That shit crazy. She said, I'm being judgmental. And she makes sure she says she ain't smoked cigarettes. That's hilarious right there. That part right there, you really put that in the comment. I don't smoke cigarettes either. And your whole profile, you like this being all blonde headed and shit. Like, if you don't get your goofy ass out there, you a whole goofy. You make sure you show your blonde hair and your face in that profile picture. Get your goofy. He said, Grandpa said, if they can't use my comb, they he said, don't bring them home. It's special. You ain't right. Yo, that's an old school term like a mom. Yo, shout out to Grandpa, yo. Oh shit. That's some old school shit right there, for real. Yo, y'all bugged out. I'm telling you, they be jumping in his car. They be mad as hell. They be jumping in the chat. I'll be like, yo, listen, what you mad at me for? I ain't doing shit. I'm just giving you my opinion, talk about facts of life. That's all I'm trying to give it to you. That's it. She bugged out, trying to tell you. Hold up, nah, we gotta go through. Y'all still want me to play this Carrie Nancy Grace? Because she got some information on there if y'all want me to continue playing it. It's on y'all, chat. Y'all still want me to keep rolling? He said, man, she said, my dad used to buy a cartoon. Oh, GPC method every week. Oh, that's a fact. Was born in 38. Damn. She said, okay, Q said, keep going. Keep rolling? All right, Wayno. All right. Say no more. We're going to keep rolling then.
In my world, Caitlin Becker joining us in the New York Post. Let me see, Caitlin, please. That means witnesses. See, when I look at that, I see witnesses. Other people say, hey, there's people having a good time. I see witnesses. Do you see all those people?
And a lot of
Caitlin?
them.
Who were they? Have they been spoken to? Have they been polygraphed? What can they tell me?
That is the question, right? We don't know from an investigative standpoint who has been spoken to, exactly who is in this photo, and what they have or haven't told law enforcement, because there hasn't been really any transparency there. But from what our reporting has showed, there have been dozens of people who have spoken to law enforcement as witnesses. But Nancy, we don't know if it's any of these people that you're seeing in this little cove area right here. And the timing, I think, is really important, because these images are taken right around, I think the timeline's about 3:30-ish, 4:30-ish, when the boat that Nolan came out there on leaves and starts taking on water. That's one of the pegs for the timeline. When these photos were actually taken, that is a peg for a timeline. But what we don't know is where Nolan is. There he is. You can see that image right there. But we don't know is where Nolan was when that first.
This part of the video, I believe absolutely that's Nolan. Because you could match that with the first photo they gave us when they took the photos on the boat with the 3 white boy friends he had. That shit match exactly the same swimming trunks. So I agree. That's Nolan Wells right there on that boat, on that Mac Daddy boat. We just don't got a timeline of this shit. For the people that just joined in there, smash that like button if you have it. Let's get 400 likes, man. Let's match the count. Let's do one of them nights.
That we saw with all of those boats kind of tied together when that was taken.
You are seeing a photo obtained by our friends at the United Cajun Navy. And speaking of the United Cajun Navy, joining me now is Brian Trasher.
Now, y'all remember Brian Trasher, the guy that been on Nancy Grace show for the last couple weeks? He's going to explain how they broke down the timeline of the photos and videos they've been receiving lately. Now, we don't got a real timeline. We got to understand that shit. But he's going to break it down how they did it over there on their side. Peep this shit out, man.
President, United Cajun Navy. And for all of you attacking the United Cajun Navy. Let's see that aerial footage they provided us. This is from the Cajun Navy describing their search, their aerial search. They spotted Nolan Wells's body. They have been integral in the search for Nolan Wells and helping elucidate the facts as we know them. Brace yourself, Trasher. Everybody else is getting death threats. You might as well join the party. To you, Brian Trasher, the United Cajun Navy has come up with a timeline. Now, did I hear Caitlin Becker from the New York Post correctly that that photo where the boats are named Boat 1, Boat 2, Boat 3, and Boat X, is that from you guys, the United Cajun Navy?
First of all, I want to thank you for calling this report what it is, and it's a timeline. And some people have called it an investigative report, and that's not accurate because, as you know, we're not investigators. And what we did, Nancy, was we asked our followers, say, hey, if anybody was there that day, you have pictures, videos, whatever, send it to us just so we can go through it, see if there's anything relevant. We took all that information and compiled it into just one digestible report of things we thought were relevant and could be helpful. Maybe they're not. Maybe law enforcement's already seen all this and it's nothing new to them. But we just wanted to be transparent about what we received. So going back to your question, the pictures that we received, we did not, as an organization, take any of these photographs. These are all images that we received from people who were trying to help us out and trying to help Nolan's family out.
So you asked the public for help, and you got it. You got a treasure trove of photos, and I find this one significant. Guys, we've got an all-star panel, and I would like the all-star panel to look at their screens because I've talked about this before, Brian Trasher, and I'm frankly fed up with attacks on the United Cajun Navy. They're doing something, which is more than all of the haters can say. They're doing something. They have amassed evidence. They have created the timeline to the best of their ability. They have shared it with us, unlike the autopsy that is complete is being kept secret from us. That said, they're helping. Why trash them? That's, I'm not a shrink. I can't answer that. Let's look at this photo and determine what, if anything, we can discern. Brian, you and I have talked many, many times, and I told you about a serial killer I finally convicted on one case. The jury convicted him. And I proved a lot because of one earring I found in a particular location. The victim was wearing an earring, and the other earring had been sliced out of her ear, and I found it somewhere else, and I learned a lot because of where it was. Now, don't even bother to tell me that this photo that you have produced is not probative of something. The cluster of boats. Number one, I see a lot of witnesses. Trasher, do we know what time this photo was taken?
We don't know definitively times on all these because even though they're time stamped, it could be a time when it was screenshotted, stamped, not necessarily the original photograph. So we were very careful to denote that in our report that we can't verify timelines. Although based on shadows and positions and things like that, we can determine that some of these, as noted, are taken in the late afternoon. One of the things I thought was interesting about some of these photos we got, Nancy, was that a lot of the photos we had seen before were people like in waist deep water. Well, some of the photos we provided show people up, water up to their chest, almost to their neck. And that's not really wading. That's treading water, in my opinion. And that I thought might have been significant to know that many people were, perhaps enjoying some libations, but also in water that might have been a little too deep just to be playing in.
Good point. You know, you also said something else really smart. And I certainly do not want to rely on this, but sometimes you have to, you take the evidence as you find it and you make the most of what you've got. You said you could tell this was late in the afternoon because of the shadowing. I wonder if the tide could tell me anything because how high up the water is. But these people holding drinks, they're not treading water, Trasher. They're standing there. These people are not treading water, and the water is up to their armpits. Is that the photo you're talking about as to where you think some of them are treading water, or are there other photos?
The photo at the top, yeah, you're right. It's about up to their armpit. I think there was one later in the report that that showed some of the kids.
That's the part that get me mad. Somebody just put in there he was 6'1". Now Nancy gonna correct him on this because like he's gonna try to rebuttal. He's gonna try to rebuttal that. He's gonna come with a rebuttal. He's gonna be like, oh, a lot of females are short there. You know, the water's a little high. The water can kind of go shallow, then it could drop down to 20 feet. So you got to be careful and this and that. Nolan is like 6'1", 6'2". So if you put a 6'1" kid in the shallow water by like what 5 feet, he's still the water gonna be what right here. If he's 6'1", he's still comfortable. I don't know, man. I don't know. That shit weird. He's going off of females. You know, a lot of females are short, bro. And Nancy's gonna rebuttal that. Nancy's gonna come back with a rebuttal and be like, well, when I look at the photo, the water's up to their shoulders. That's enough comfortable space. They not really look like they're struggling over there. They got a lot of excuses. Let me say something. They got a lot of excuses when it comes to the water situation. I kind of realized that. I told y'all they're gonna come up with water, boat, and buddies. That's all they're gonna talk about. It's water because they surrounded by water. Nah, it was foul play going on. Let's be serious here.
Where this was a screenshot of a photo at the top. Yeah, you're right. It's about up to their armpit. I think there was one later in the report that that showed some of the kids. This was a screenshot of a social media post, and there's 3 boats visible, one fourth boat further in the distance, but a lot of kids on one boat. I say kids, young people on one boat, some on the boat, some in the water. And some of them, it looks, you know, maybe up to the armpit, but some of them, depending on their own height, it looks like it's, you know, I could see a girl holding something in her hand and the water looks to be pretty close to her neck. So that's pretty far out. Now, we've said several times that Horn Island has a very aggressive slope. So you can be in shallow water and deep water within just a few steps. And once you get into that deep water, you're not as able to keep your feet on the ground if a current comes and pulls you, or God forbid a riptide comes and drags you. So that's why we thought it was significant to know that they were socializing in fairly deep water.
Can we go back to the main photo where the boats are numbered 1, 2, 3, X? Isn't it true, Brian Trasher, that these boats are easily identifiable by I call it a tail number like you would a plane. Every boat has to be registered or supposed to be registered. It has a number on it. It often has a name like Triton. One was named Mac Daddy. There were other names. They're registered, and you know who the owner is, and the owner can tell us who was on the boat that day. Is that correct?
Theoretically, yeah. If you can make out the registration number or the name of the boat, if the vessel's name is registered, you know, along with the registration number. Usually that's sometimes only on a Coast Guard document, but sometimes on a state registration, you do put the vehicle, the boat name if it's asked for, or if you have one. So that is all possible. You know, I'm told, and we're asked to compare notes with the sheriff's office, which we're doing. But I was told that there's been a lot of people that have been contacted and interviewed, and there's a lot of people who were there that day that voluntarily came forward to tell what they know, and because they might have seen their boats and pictures, said, "Oh, we might want to go ahead and call them, and let them know, where we were, who was with us, and what we know." So I commend those people for coming forward because it's not always easy.
To Marie,
I can't agree with that because a lot of photos and videos y'all getting, they don't have a time. Y'all making up the time. So we just supposed to just be like, okay, yo, the Navy SEAL made up a time. The Cajun Navy SEAL made up a time. We got to believe it. Hell no. The authorities didn't come up with a timeline. The authorities don't got shit. As far as that we know, the sheriff, the department, the law enforcement, none of them. So we got to believe that the Cajun, the Cajun, whatever, United Cajun Navy, whatever SEAL, y'all come up with a timeline on y'all profession on how y'all try to figure things out on the pictures and videos that y'all see from the sunset and all this, whatever you want to call it, the water, how it's waving. Because, they try to say, like, it's a certain amount of time, certain amount of hours. It can reach the afternoon and the waters will get a little rough in the morning time. I don't know. I'm not a professional. But according to them, that's why they're going by. They're going by what they seen in the video, and they put a timeline on that. Timeline, pardon me. And plus all the other evidence, other linked videos that we've been getting, and they putting all that shit together. Y'all not investigators, though. So why the hell should we? Hold up, girl. Y'all not investigators, though. So why the hell we should believe what the hell y'all telling us? That's the whole point. Give me 1 second. Hold up. So there's no reason why the hell we should believe the United Cajun and all that. I give y'all credit. Y'all gave us a footage from the skyline, whatever. I always tell people, don't judge them from the skyline. You got to judge the authority that actually was around the body. Those are the people we got to question. The people that was around the body, the law enforcement, the sheriffs, and all them. Not for nothing. I don't know if the Cajun United, whatever, was on the land, whatever. But if I had a decision to who I'm gonna look at kind of crazy, I'm gonna look at the law enforcement that actually found this body Monday morning. Those are the ones I'm gonna look at more. Because those are the ones that got more connection with the judge and everything in the court system. It's the sheriff and everybody else. But we can't doubt the rescue and search people. We can't doubt them either. But law enforcement, allegedly, they be more on some slime ball shit than ever.
Ryan, how did you create this timeline? I find it very interesting.
So first of all, going back to your comment about internet sleuths, a lot of people consider themselves internet sleuths, but some people really are good. And there's one young lady who's helped us out on many cases, who was very helpful in this case. I haven't asked her permission yet if I could say her name, but if she gives me permission and I come back on, I'll be happy to give her credit for all the help she gave us. But basically, what we did was we took these pictures, we juxtaposed them to, like Google Earth and satellite pictures of the island to try to determine exactly where they were. We looked at the initial coordinates called out from I think from the Coast Guard or from Marine Patrol when the missing persons report first went out, and basically just try to run these pictures against each other to say, okay, this boat's here now, it's not here later, and again, just create an index. We had to use some software to help us create the index of the pictures and make sure we put it into the best timeline we could. We included social media posts that, may or may not have been definitive, but this was happening in real time. So we thought it was important to put those up there to create context. And so again, like just trying to, our goal was to take what we've received, put it into a digestible format that just about anybody could understand, hopefully. And if it's helpful, great. If it's not, then I don't think, no harm, no foul,
To Dave Mack, Crime Stories investigative reporter, based on this timeline, and it may be refined as the days go forward, how does it shift the timeline? Because there is a group of people fighting at 5 p.m. Who are they? The friends say they leave at 4:31. That should be able to be verified through GPS. 5 p.m. Nolan, according to them, is still at Horn Island. Is he? Because by 7:30, witness states Nolan nowhere in sight. So where was he? He wasn't floating in the water. He wasn't on the shore. If he had, hold on, Dave, to Joe Scott Morgan, if he had drowned, wouldn't he be floating in the water?
Perhaps I've seen bodies in the immediate that will go directly to the bottom, and there are those that do in fact float. So a lot of it is going to depend upon the temperature of the water. Many times, a lot of it's going to depend upon is there anything else out there that could let's see, how can I put this, that could in fact impede the body's ability to float to the top, like beneath a boat. And as you can see, there are a lot of boats out there. So if in fact that had occurred, you can actually have bodies that will be caught beneath other vessels. I've worked cases like that where they were looking around for someone and they couldn't find them because the whole area was surrounded by vessels. And so there are a lot of elements that go into this, Nancy.
Keep showing you is on page 12 of the United Cajun Navy report. It shows 3 boats and more anchored by side, boat number 3, the Palm Beach, and also the Triton, we believe, which is the boat that took Nolan to Horn Island. It's also the boat that reportedly leaves, according to the occupants, without Nolan. They claim they begged him to board their vessel, but he said no. Let me understand this. According, Caitlin Becker, according to the mysterious Katie, not that mysterious because her sister has posted. And
Mysterious Katie. Hello, Katie, where you at? You knew you done effed up, right? You got Nancy Grace bringing you up. I know you done effed up, right? What's going on here? The mysterious Katie. Where is Katie, bro? Who is this mysterious female? Who is this girl, man? Why y'all had slick words towards Nolan when he was over there trying to get his little poom poom and get his little thing going with the girl Katie? First off, y'all say y'all ain't know Katie. Now all of a sudden y'all know Katie. Then all of a sudden, this what Nancy Grace about to get to. Then all of a sudden, Warren Friend got text messages between them two talking about Nolan. Remember when Warren said that in the interview? Oh yeah, my friend text Katie and all this and that. Yeah, y'all know Katie. That's why you looked at Nolan and said, yo, bro, you crazy, bro. Who is this mysterious girl, man? I'm starting to think this person don't even exist. I thought about that in the beginning, but then I'm like, hold up, nah, maybe little Nunu was out there. You know, that's his little nickname. May his soul rest in peace. Maybe little Nunu was out there trying to do what he do. I could see that. He's 18. He got to go back to school soon. He's like, man, I'm trying to get the numbers and everything I could do before I go back to school. That part. What we talking about? And it's 4th of July, and I'm on the island. Oh, I'm enjoying my 4th of July, nigga. Shout rest in peace to Nolan Wells. He was being a kid, man. A kid being a kid. But how the hell, like, who the hell is Katie? Who is this mysterious female? Y'all had so much bad to say about her, too, right? Oh, yeah, bro, you crazy. Oh, my God. I had slick words towards Nolan, but it was more towards the girl he was with. Remember when Lil Trey said that? And then the mysterious female said, oh, no, I wasn't last with him. He went back with the boys. I'm starting to think you, Katie, allegedly, and everything I say is alleged, but the more this shit carries on, the more weeks they go by, the more narratives coming out, the more photos and videos coming out. I'm starting to think, Katie, you involved in this shit. I'm starting to think, Katie, that's you in that, and with your voice in that 911 call. That's what I'm starting to think. Because we could clearly hear a female in the 911 call. Who was the female? We still don't even know who the hell the goddamn female. I'm starting to think it's her. I'm starting to think you involved with this whole goddamn play, allegedly, if it was an accidentally death, if he got unalive accidentally, or it was on purpose, or y'all was just foul play, y'all was playing around too much. That mean accident. But I'm starting to think you was involved in this shit. Because who is you? Like, who the hell this girl, man? The most mysterious person in the whole case, Katie. And she can't do nothing because your name is all over the goddamn internet. Your name is on one of the biggest platforms. Nancy Grace. Who are you? There's no reason why we shouldn't have had an interview by Katie, and it's been a month and like 2 days already. Yo, Katie, man. Not for nothing, man. You gotta come up to the panel. You gotta start talking, man, because your name is all over the place. It's like niggas was hating Nolan had you under the wing over here. They're like, yo, bro, you crazy. They might want you. Nolan got you. Probably some jealousy going on. Nolan probably is a ladies' man. We don't know. Nolan might be a little ladies' man. We don't know. That's why they probably jealous of Nolan. We don't know. And the little homie was athletic, catching them touchdowns for their town, Ocean Springs. This shit is a whole TV show, man. Let's continue, gang.
Obtained her photo, we think. She says he left with his friends. They say he stayed with her. Okay, that's a problem.
Yep. That's a problem. And there are also quite a few friends that he had come out with. So the Triton that he was on, there were 3 or 4 people on that particular boat. That's the one that he had come out on, and the one that his friends say, we asked him to get back on the boat. He didn't get back on the boat. His phone was on the boat. We left. We took on water. We needed help. He said he was going to stay to talk to this mysterious, as you said, Katie. Mysterious Katie says that she talked to him for a minute. It was no big deal. Then his friends called him back, and that's where he went, and she just assumed he went back on the boat with his friends. The issue I think that we're running into here is that the friends weren't just the 4 that you're seeing right here. There were multiple boats, 3 boats full of friends that came out. So could he have been going back to a second boat full of his friends while the Triton was gone, or were they referring to the Triton itself? That, I think, is where the biggest bit of confusion lays.
Dave Mack, question. Dave Mack, Crime Stories investigative reporter. Didn't at the get-go, the friends on the boat state they didn't know the name of the girl? They didn't know who she was. They had never seen her before. I'm paraphrasing. We can look up their exact words. Then, does it turn out they're actually texting with her about where is Nolan?
Hey yo, shout out to 803 Hitman, man. That's what I've been saying, man. She must got that fire for real. Cause goddamn, bro, who is Katie? I mean, she must got that, man. Listen, that poom poom must be on fire. I mean, like for real. Oh shit, yo. Yo. This nigga 803 Hitman, shout out to the homie, man. They said, yo, that shit got me dead. Katie got that fire for real. That's why they was mad. Nolan was getting that poom poom. They was mad, man. They was mad.
Apparently, Nancy, you have to realize a couple things here, and it's getting lost in the muck and the mire, is the friends. We use the term Nolan's friends that he went to Horn Island with. Well, you know what, Nancy? Many people have said that he didn't know Katie, they didn't know Katie before that day, and that Nolan just started talking to her. But now it appears that they, being the group of friends, were communicating with Katie and knew who she was, and that during the...
Then why would they say they didn't know who she was? Call her some girl, a girl.
Well, here's the problem, Nancy, is I keep hearing friends, but you realize that Nolan, he went out to Horn Island on a boat. You know, Warren Hudson has talked a lot. He's been with Officer Tatum talking about, you know, his best friend Nolan and the whole thing. But first of all, Warren did not go to Horn Island on the same boat as Nolan Wells. And we have heard over and over from parents and friends, he would, you know, run with the one that got you there, right? So Nolan went with one boat and they expected he would return on the same boat. Yet we're now finding out that was never the plan. He was never going back on the same boat that took him to the island. So when we talk about this group of friends, Nancy, they were scattered on 3 or 4 different boats. And we keep focusing on the one with the bilge pump problem. But now, what boat was Nolan Wells supposed to be going back to the mainland? We know he didn't ride with Warren Hudson to the island. So what was he supposed to be on?
Brian Trasher joining us, Vice President, United Cajun Navy, on the case from the very beginning. Brian, do we know the time of the CETO call made from the Triton?
We do. I don't know it off the top of my head, but I know it's been reported, and obviously the CETO would have the exact time of that recording and stuff in their archives. But it seems like it was after 3 o'clock, before 4:30. And we know that the tow was canceled because somebody got in touch with Bart Edmondson, who ended up towing the boat himself, being a good Samaritan. And of course, now that poor guy is getting, raped.
They trying to say now Fart was a good friend and he came and helped him with the tow. So now the call came in between 3 o'clock after 4:30. So 3 o'clock, that's the last time Warren allegedly seen Nolan, according to his interview. But see, one thing y'all can't confuse us with. Just because I got a little timeline with the GPS, that doesn't mean that we don't know that who was on the boat. They came 3 boats deep. Nolan could have been in either one of them boats. That part. What we talking about? So everybody's looking at that one boat. No, they came 3 boats. Obviously, all of them know each other. It's a tight-knit community. Tight-knit community. We forgot about that? You think the other 2 boats were strangers? No, it was a tight-knit community. 3 boats deep. We don't know Nolan was on that boat. Nolan could have been on a whole nother boat. That part. What are we talking about? Who was Nolan on the boat with? That's the thing we don't know. So when he say that, oh yeah, he came through as a great friend to come help out and all this. He talking about Fart. Because they're trying to say Fart came and helped out with the tow, whatever. No, what y'all talking about? They came 3. So what was the other 2 boats then? So you telling me there was a 4th boat? Bart wasn't on one of the 2 boats that they came to the island with? Where was Fart? Did he come to the island with them 3 boats? They came to the island with 3 boats. Who drove them 3 boats? Why we don't get an interview or no statement with them? He said he was on his boat. That's the fact. They saying it was a 4th boat. That got to be Fart boat. That got to be Fart. 3 to 4:30, the boat back to the land dock. That's Warren girlfriend parents' house. They went to when he made a call. Shout out to Illis, man, for that $2 super chat. I see your super chat. He said, "Who cares what happened to Nolan?" He said, "Who cares what happened to Nolan?" What you mean by that? I don't get what you're saying, Illis. You talking about as far as them? I don't know what Ellis mean by that. Maybe he'll put that in the chat. Let's continue though.
For the Coles, just for being a good, what we try to tell everybody, to be neighbor helping good Samaritan. And of course, now that poor guy is getting, raked over the coals just for being a good, what we try to tell everybody, to be neighbor helping neighbor.
Now, didn't the grandpa call and cancel the tow?
Yeah, I think that I saw that report as well, and it may have been that somebody contacted him and said, "Hey, we got somebody to tow us." So maybe he called because he had a better signal and said, "Hey, they don't need it anymore." Again, these are all we try to tell everybody, to be neighbor helping neighbor.
Now, didn't the grandpa call and cancel the tow?
Yeah, I think that I saw that report as well, and it may have been that somebody contacted him and said, "Hey, we got somebody to tow us." So maybe he called because he had a better signal and said, "Hey, they don't need it anymore." Again, these are all kind of the things that were already out there. I don't think we included too much about that in our report because it had been reported on so much. But I also just wanted to point out too on the photo on page 14. This is one that we included, even though we could. There's a young man that matches Nolan's description, and I'm saying it that way because we can't verify that it's him in this picture, and he's partially in it because there's a girl blocking him. But it's a young, slender African American male wearing blue swim trunks, from what you could see in the picture. According to the person that submitted that photo, it was taken at approximately 4:50 p.m. Central Time on July 4th, which would have been after the GPS data says that the Triton had left Horn Island. Now, that's only relevant if this young man in the picture actually turns out to be Nolan. We never could verify it, but we thought it was important enough to at least include as a possibility.
Photo that Brian Trasher from United Cajun Navy has provided on page 14 of their new timeline report. We're blowing it up. We see 1, 2, 3 at the forefront, 3 white females in bikinis, 1 white male walking along. Now, beside the woman in the bikini on the right, I see 2 people. One looks like a female furthest away, but between the white female and the other female, there is an African American male. That does not look like Nolan Wells to me. Okay, I'm going to have to bring in NASA to enhance this. Brian Trasher, does this guy have facial hair? That's not Nolan.
Again, we couldn't verify, but we could tell that it was an African American male on the beach wearing blue swim trunks. We thought that was enough to say, okay, it's possible, but we did
Those
like
are
you
dark
said.
blue.
Skin tone.
Aren't those deep dark blue?
It looks like it, but Nancy, I don't know if this picture's been enhanced. I don't know if it's been filtered. You know what I'm saying? So again, that's the whole reason why we couldn't corroborate, but was like, okay. And also too, this does create a good picture of a flotilla of boats. So where if we were looking for a particular one, it was a good one to hang on to. So again, fully disclosing that we could not definitively say whether that was him or not. Probably not.
But we need it for the investigation. We need it. And you provided it.
Rule it out.
You got it.
Use it to rule it out.
Okay, so is this Nolan? If it is Nolan, this is at 450 and proves he's still on the island when the other boat, the Triton, leaves. I don't think this is Nolan. But that's just my own 2 eyes, 2020 and 2018. It needs to be enhanced. Joining us now, veteran trial lawyer out of the South Carolina jurisdiction, John Mobley, the founder of the John Mobley Law Firm.
Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah. 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 Hey, yeah. Hey, yo, man, yo, Onk, man. Come on, Onk. This is what I was waiting for. Hey, yo, look at Onk with that $120 haircut, man. That nigga wild. That nigga ain't got no more summers. Them summers over, nigga. Hey, yeah. Oh, shit, yeah. Yeah. Yo, nah, man. I don't care what nobody say. Hold up. My shit nice and skin tight, bro. For real. I gave up a long time ago. That nigga gotta give that shit up. He ain't got no more summers left. I ain't trying to hear that, man. That nigga got a milk dog, nigga. That nigga looking like a whole Snicker bar at this moment. That nigga pay $125 for no reason. Like, for real, yo. Oh shit, yo. Nah, man, that nigga edge up is over. I don't care what nobody say, yo. Hey, yo, shout out to Mercedes, man, for being down for the member, man. Shout out to Mercedes Bianca, man. I appreciate that, love, for being down with Team Smoke. Shout out to Mercedes. Mercedes, that nigga ain't got no more summers, man. That shit over. Mercedes, I'm telling you this right now. If you ever cross a nigga like this, and that nigga ain't got no more summers, his edge up is over, you better leave that nigga alone. I'm trying to tell you right now. That nigga, somebody say he got a raisin head. That nigga, you see more teeth than head, nigga. That's what you say. Hey, yo, you see more teeth than hairline. Hey, yo, hey, yo. Hey, yo, that nigga dentist did a way better job than his barber. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Yo, shout out to his dentist, yo. That nigga, his dentist did a way better job than his barber, y'all. I swear to God. Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah. That nigga say he got a Jeepers Creepers skin. Oh, shit, yeah. Oh, man, yo. Yo, shout out to Onk, though, man. That's Onk, man. I ain't gonna lie. Onk be having them details, though, but Nancy be bobbing on them. But every time Onk jump on that platform, I can't, his edge up, bro. That nigga, yo, that nigga dentist, yeah, his dentist better than his barber. So I'm telling you, man. Every time he called his barber happy as hell to get that $120. He ain't got to do much. That nigga ain't got no beard. He ain't got no mustache. His edge up gone. That nigga ain't got no more summers. You damn near might as well cut it off. You ain't got no more holidays either, to be honest. Shit. Oh man, yo, I can't, yo. I can't with Onk, yo. Hey, yo, shout out to Onk though, for real, man. Look at Nancy. I know Nancy be like, boy, if you don't cut that goddamn hair off by now. Hey, yo, smash that like button, man. Support the channel, man. Oh shit. That nigga come in your face say, can you see me now? That nigga show you nothing but smile and nothing but no. He show you more smile than the edge up. Hey, ladies. I mean, hey, yo, imagine that nigga wake up talking about, yo, get my do-rag. That nigga talking about I still got waves. Oh, shit, yeah. Oh, I can't, yo. These niggas gotta give it up, man. Y'all gotta give it up, bro. For real, man. This shit ain't funny, man. This shit gotta stop, yo. And all my niggas that got dreads and y'all got nothing but forehead and all that. Y'all gotta give that shit up with them dreads, man. Cut them dreads off too, man. That shit over, man. If you got dreads and your edge up is back like that, give that shit up, bro. That nigga got more teeth than edge up.
See, a lot of people would say, oh, this is a nightmare, all these witnesses. I would have a field day interviewing each witness separately. It's like a bonanza. What do you make of what you're hearing, Mobley?
Well, Nancy, I got to call it like I see it. I reviewed the report in detail. I don't think it puts any points on the board. I don't think it moves the needle.
I can't, yo. Hey, yo, I can't even play this shit. Oh shit, man. That nigga, yo, I can't, bro. That nigga got more teeth than Edge Up. Word is.
If anything,
Oh shit, yeah. Hey yo, let me play this out, man. Let me play this out, yo. Oh shit, yo. I gotta call her how I see it. Yeah, I gotta call her. I ain't gonna front. Listen, I gotta call her how I see it, nigga. Yeah, look at his edge up. We gonna call her how we see it. Hey, yeah. Hey, yo, man. I can't. This nigga Onk be wildin', man. You ain't got no more summers, Onk. That shit over, bro. That shit is over, man. That nigga got a 5 o'clock shadow line. He said, yo, that nigga, yeah. Oh, shit, yo. That nigga pull up to y'all barbecue cookout today. He pull up to y'all cookout with that goddamn edge up, man. And that's y'all uncle. What y'all gonna tell that nigga, man? That nigga crazy, yo. Yo, let's get to. He ain't got no beard. He ain't got no mustache. He ain't got nothing. Oh, that nigga got more teeth than an edge up.
I think it shows everyone that has opinions out there how difficult it is to find reliable information. Because one thing I will have to say about the support, although I didn't find it particularly useful, is that it sourced all of its information. And unlike a Netflix documentary where people will form opinions on second and third hand information, it would say this person said this, but this person didn't witness it firsthand. This person repeated what someone else said, or it said this person made this statement on Facebook. I mean, even the digital information, the photos, those aren't reliable.
Look at Nancy's face. Nancy, Nancy know damn well. She like, man, I'm telling you, man, you my boy. I love you. But boy, you gotta give that shit up. I know Nancy thinking the same thing. That nigga crazy, yo. Oh shit, yo. Nah, you can't make this shit up. That's why I said every time he pop up, man, we gotta call it how we see it. Oh shit. We gotta call out how we see it, man. That part, we gotta call out how we see it. I'm bombing on these. I don't care who you are. Hey, I'm bombing on y'all. Any one of y'all jump on these platforms, y'all ain't got no more summers. I'm bombing on y'all. I don't care. Y'all gotta give it up, man. Enough is enough, man. Y'all niggas is wilding, yo. Oh shit. Nah, Nancy here too. That should be bugged out, but we ain't on Nancy though, cause we rocking with her content, man. We rock with Auntie. I ain't gonna front. I rock with Auntie Nance, man. But her boy right here, nah, we ain't doing all that. We get on Nance another time. We get on Nance. but nah, man, for real, man. Oh shit. He said, I wonder how he salute. That nigga salute with his goddamn head. That's what he salute like that. What up, brother? That nigga, that's how he salute. That nigga salute just like this. Yeah, what's up, brother? That nigga got to give that shit up, man. For real. Look, I gave it up. Nigga, ain't nothing wrong with a skin tight. This the new wave right here. It's the new wave, man. Come on, Onk. If you're gonna spend 120 on a haircut, you might as well call me. I could use that 120 every week, nigga. Cause they ain't doing much. You ain't got no mustache, no beard, none of that shit. That nigga look crazy, man.
Because number one, like they say, you can't corroborate the timestamp. It could be the timestamp could be when the photo was screenshot versus taken, or even the last one we looked at, they're saying they can't say it was reliable because it could have been enhanced, with the color manipulated. So I think it just goes to show.
Hey, hey, yo, shout out to Hit E, yo. Shout out to Hit E. Shout out to Hit E, mother. What was it? Hit E, man. Shout out to Hit E. That nigga say he look like Terrell Davis, yo. Oh shit. Go Y'all go Google up Terrell Davis and put Unc face next to Terrell Davis face. Hey, yo, shout out to Hit E. That nigga ain't lying. That nigga look just like Terrell Davis. Oh, shit, yo. Y'all bugged out.
How difficult it is to find any real reliable information on this case.
Mobley, no offense, but you're wasting my time. I got 1 hour tonight, and you just wasted almost 1 minute of it. Every investigation starts somewhere. Let me just understand something. You have tried a lot of cases, right? That's what I was told.
A ton. And I won most of them.
Nothing like tooting your own horn. Bonk, bonk. That said, every...
There you go. That nigga got more teeth than Edge of. There you go. There go that smile. That nigga got more teeth than the hairline. I'm trying to tell you. Oh shit, yo. Shout out to Onk, man. That nigga bugging, man. All your boys lying, man. Yo, Onk, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Wherever you're around, they lying to you. You hopping out that chair to like, yeah, I still got it, right? Them niggas looking at you like, yeah, you still got it, and you ain't got it, man. Cut that shit off, man. Cut this. Your friends lying to you. Your loved ones lying to you. They all lying to you, man. You ain't got it. Hey, yo, they lying to Onk, man. They telling Onk he got like 2 summers left. You ain't got no summers left, Onk. That shit over, man.
investigation starts somewhere. Yes, I don't have the timestamp, but I can get the timestamp because I know about the photo. You start somewhere. And then you start digging, and then you find out what time it was taken. Then you find out if it was enhanced. Then you find out, is that Nolan at 4:50 and the boat has left? You enhance that audio we keep playing. You find out if they're saying, Nolan's dead. I don't know if that's real or not, but I can find out if it's real. So for you, a trial lawyer like yourself, in your own words, won most of them, evidence is not handed to you, Mobley, on a silver platter, on top of a Christmas tree. You have to find it. You have to investigate it. And that is the point of this timeline from the Cajun Navy. They're giving us a plethora, a cornucopia of evidence for us to start with. What? Don't waste another minute. Don't do it.
Down a rabbit hole. It takes you down a rabbit hole of information that may not be reliable. The best thing to do is to talk to
Man, who is paying you? Because it ain't me. We don't pay guests. Rabbit hole, my rear end. Objection, my rear end. A rabbit hole? That's like you get a list of witnesses and go, yeah, I don't have their addresses. Screw it. You have to find them. You have to find the people that took these pictures. You have to find the people that were on those boats after you ID the boats. Then you have to take them one by one by one.
Hey, yo, Tank, man. I don't know what Tank is, but Tank. Y'all crazy, yo. Yo, that's yo, Miles. Y'all know what to do, man. Hold on, what Tank at, man? He said this shit. He said, bro, you could address me. Look at this shit. This shit ain't funny. I know what, I'm gonna let my mods handle you. Yeah, I'm gonna let my mods handle you, man.
You know what? I'm sending him to the corner and let him think about what he just said. Trasher, that's a tiny taste of what you're about to get. Hey, Caitlin Becker joining us, senior national correspondent, New York Post, star of NY Postcast. That's her podcast. Caitlin, what do you make of the photos and the timeline created this far by the United Cajun Navy? Come on, it's something. We've got something. We're not getting anything from the government. We don't have the autopsy. We don't have any information. Nothing. They've gone radio silent.
It's exceptionally helpful to have these things laid out in this way with coordinates and times and pulling in some of the relevant social media information while also noting that it hasn't been verified. It's giving us, I think, the most comprehensive timeline that we could possibly have. I mean, not to push back, because I feel like you push back so much on that poor man, but the rabbit hole is the internet. The rabbit hole is reading every single person's theory. This is concrete information, and when it's not concrete, it says this hasn't been verified. This is at least giving me, from an investigative standpoint as a journalist, somewhere to focus my efforts, to focus my search. The thing that stands out to me are all of the people, like you said, potential witnesses, but also how similar everyone is dressed. They're all in bathing suits, and all the boats look pretty similar to me too. So that, to me, indicates that someone who's saying, I saw this person on this boat, I saw that person on that boat, might not be super clear on that, because as I'm looking at this image, everybody kind of looks the same. All the boats kind of look the same, which does muddy the waters even more and makes talking to them so
I've got
critical.
to work with you before I put you on the stand, girl. No. You are not getting up there and saying, they all look the same to me. No. We would get the name of the boats. We would find who was out on the boat that day from its owner, and I would ask them who's on the boat. I would not rely, no offense, on your boozy eyesight from 30 yards away. Okay, no offense, Kate.
Nance, neither would I. Neither would I.
But there are ways to, contrary to what Mobley just blurted out, there are ways to find these witnesses and nail them down. If that photo is Nolan Wells, and it doesn't look like Nolan to me, then he's on the island at 7 p.m. Okay, now let me remind everybody that the guys on the boat, the Triton with Nolan, they're not charged with anything. They are presumed innocent. So don't be starting up the death threats and all that on them. We need them interviewed separately if they hadn't already been. Who knows what we can learn from them? Don't attack them. I want you to hear what one of them said, though, about the mysterious Katie.
I didn't wake up again until a little after 11 o'clock. And that was to my brother coming in the room being like, hey, Warren's trying to get a hold of you. Warren gets on the phone and he's just like, hey, man, he was like, hey, have you talked to Nolan? Anything else? I was like, no, I haven't talked to him, man. He was with that girl last time I knew. And he was like, okay. He was like, man, we can't get a hold of him. We don't know where he's at. And I was like, man, it's Nolan. He's probably just out somewhere with that girl. Like, get a hold of the girl, you'll probably find Nolan.
Okay, right there, I'm getting a red flag. That's from the Officer Tatum podcast, who joined us recently. That girl, the mysterious Katie. Remember, nobody who knew who she was. But then later, Dave Mack, do we learn?
Exactly. And that's what get me confused. Once y'all say that girl, y'all act like y'all know her. But then y'all got slick words towards Nolan because he with the girl. Then you got one individual, Nolan's so-called best friend, Warren, saying, bro, you crazy for dealing with her, obviously. Those are the words you might as well say you should have used instead of, bro, you crazy. No, you might as well use the extra words, bro, you crazy for dealing with her. That's why I keep saying something about that female comes with consequence. She either got a crazy family, crazy cousin, crazy brother, or a jealous boyfriend or a jealous ex-boyfriend. Something. Like 803 said, Katie got that fire. That's what's going on out here. Yeah, Katie throwing that allegedly. Listen, y'all know I entertain over here also. We ain't gonna sit and act like we're gonna cry every day. No, we're gonna entertain also. We got jokes and we be serious on both notes. For the people that's getting blocked, goodbye. You know what I mean? Because just because you catch us in a laughy moment doesn't mean we laughing about the topic, that part. We laughing about certain things, and we're going to call it how we see it. We're going to call it how we see it, that part. So for the people that just got blocked or the people that's coming in here acting, catching us laughing and all that, y'all watch the whole video. Y'all understand what's going on. Let's continue, though. But yeah, Katie, something going on, man. You got that fire. Yeah, because your name is all over the place, mama. I'm being honest, man. I'm being honest. It's something about this female. If she even exists, to be honest. Let's get to that part.
One of the guys on the boat had been texting with her and knew full well who it was. Where did the name Katie come from? Later, Dave Mack, I'm getting a red flag. That's from the Officer Tatum podcast, who joined us recently. That girl, the mysterious Katie. Remember, nobody who knew who she was. But then later, Dave Mack, do we learn that one of the guys on the boat had been texting with her and knew full well who it was? Where did the name Katie come from?
Katie was known to the at least one person in the group, and that leads you to believe there were certainly more. There were a number of comments publicly made by friends of Nolan that backtracking, claiming they didn't know who Katie was, had never seen her before, and then you find out, yeah, well, not only did they know her, but they were texting around about her. So there's a lot of missing information here, Nancy, and it's why you said all along, why are these guys not on a polygraph?
Marie?
Just because we're having a lot of people coming up with a lot of different theories, I agree with Caitlin. Not every theory deserves the breath of air. It's not all true. I think it could confuse the search for justice.
Not for nothing. She got more edge up than Onk. Shout out to the sister. See, the sister, she paying that $120 haircut. They got her shit looking sharp, nigga. Onk shit, that shit over, man. She got more edge up than Onk, man. Come on. Shout out to the sister. She got her shit looking right. Look, edge up looking all right. Nah, I mean, she got her shit sharped up. Nah, I mean, Onk. Look at the sister edge up and look at your edge up, Onk. I'm telling you, give that shit up. See, the sister, she got her shit looking right. Hey, yeah. Oh, shit, yo. Yo, I can't. Yo, Onk, give it up, man. She done came on the platform and show you how that shit really supposed to look, man. I'm trying to tell you. And she came on this platform and showed Onk how that shit really supposed to look. That part. Come on, man. Stop playing out here with sis, man. Shout out to the sis, man. For real, man. Cause Onk, you gotta give it up. I'm gonna continue, man. Listen, man, we love you over here, Onk. But that edge up is over, baby. And when we see somebody like this got a better edge up than you, you're female. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, yo. Shout out to the sister. We love you, baby. We love you over here, man. But we just talking about Onk. That nigga edge up ain't got no more summers. That nigga got more teeth than an edge up. Let's continue though, man.
When we're entertaining every single person who posts every single theory, even when it makes no sense. And I have to bring my friend out of probation and say that you can't, go according to every single piece of information you get. It has to make sense to warrant the investigators taking time to investigate. And the fact that they're not sharing with us, it doesn't necessarily mean.
Shout out to SoCal. She said she got 10 summers. She got 10 summers left, the minimum. That's a fact. She got a good run, SoCal. That nigga Oak like, man, I ain't got no more summers, man. Yeah, she got 10 summers left. Yeah, let's continue. Let's finish this out, man.
That they're not doing it all. There's no law that says they have to share everything they're finding out with the public.
A post made by Katie's sister. Katie had a convo. A post made by Katie's sister. Katie had a convo, assumed Nolan was getting ready to get on the boat he came out in. Katie made it home on another boat. Katie assumed the friends telling him get on, wouldn't have left without him. Okay, so he says, I'm going back with my friends. She thinks he got on the boat. The mystery girl Wells reportedly stayed behind to speak with has been identified. Now, at the get-go, a post made by Katie's sister. Katie had a convo, assumed Nolan was getting ready to get on the boat he came out in. Katie made it home on another boat. Katie assumed the friends telling him get on, wouldn't have left without him. Okay, so he says, I'm going back with my friends. She thinks he got on the boat. The mystery girl Wells reportedly stayed behind to speak with has been identified. Now, at the get-go, we were told no one knew who she was. He had never met her before. He had just met her and was talking to her. But her sister provides a different account of what happened. Whenever I see a conflict in the evidence, I have a problem. This is all unfolding as we go to air tonight. We wait for that toxicology report. We wait for the autopsy to be revealed. We wait for a witness list to be produced. At this hour, reports a grand jury is convening to amass evidence, much the way the Cajun Navy did. If you know or think you know anything regarding this case, dial 228-769-3063. 228-769-3063.
All right, man, we done with that. Yeah, you know we gotta bring a little entertainment to this, man, for real, man. But shout out to Unc, man. We love you over here, champ. Nah, man, we love you, man. We love your thoughts too. Nah, I mean, shout out to Nancy Grace though for doing a hell of a job on this Nolan Wells case, and shout out to Don Lemon also for getting us that interview with a so-called friend of the family. He was acting like a whole crash out. He was acting like he was lost in the sauce. So, but yeah, man, you know we gotta bring a little bit of entertainment to this laugh, man. That's why I be laughing at people that just jump in the live and they catch us laughing. They don't even know what we talking about. So. I kind of enjoy that moment because y'all clowns. We covering the shit just like everybody else is. We got the same options and ideas like everybody else. Man, shout out to Kashana, man, for the $5 cash app. She said, you got my teeth on the edge. Shout out to Kashana, man. Shout out to Kashana for the $5 cash app. I appreciate that, love, man. We bring entertaining over here, man. We ain't gonna, I mean, we're gonna cover it and also we're gonna bring some entertainment, I mean, at the end of the day. It's a sad topic. After a while, and we cover this shit every day, because obviously every day there's some breaking news. I ain't gonna even do this shit tonight. I was gonna talk about the Tupac shit, nice shit tonight and all that, but this shit came out. I said, hey, we gotta get back to the topic, man, that part. But not for nothing, hip hop dry as hell. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Ain't nothing but some old ass niggas beefing right now. Ain't nothing but some old hip hop niggas beefing, so I don't got time for cover that. Now when the takeoff shit come up, we got takeoff trial coming up. We got a couple of important shit going on. I'm gonna cover that up. You know what I mean? I'm gonna cover that definitely. Y'all already know. Yeah, Onk had a lot on his mind. Wesley Snipes Toomey version. Let me tell you something. That lady had more edge up than Onk. I tell you that shit. That nigga was out of pocket. Big U catching more charges. Yeah, I gotta cover that Big U on 803. I ain't gonna hold you. I definitely gotta cover that Big U, man. If I don't do it on live, I'm gonna do that shit I'm gonna do a video on that. I'm gonna try to mix it up though, man. I'm gonna try to mix it up, know what I mean? He said, yo, check that Mo 3. I know, special. Cause I know about rainwater. I know about all that shit. Like that's one thing about me. I know about all this shit, man. I'm a hip hop librarian. Like I love hip hop, so I know what be going on. I cover all coasts. It's just something. It's just something case. It's just certain topics ain't worth covering sometimes. Y'all get what I'm saying? Get tired of the same shit. But the Mo 3 shit's getting spicy though, to be honest. You said you covering that Keefe D next week. You already know, Miss Toby. You know I gotta cover Tupac. Come on now. Oh, we definitely covering that shit. If I don't do it live, we're gonna do it right after that shit is over. Know what I mean? So y'all already know. You still mad about Takeoff? You already know, Liddy. Come on, man. If anybody been with me from day one on my platform, they know how I covered it. Like I caught the Takeoff and the Young Dolph and the Nipsey, and I covered that. And know what I mean? We did good in the beginning. And y'all know I gotta cover that. Come on, bro. I went, come on, man. Come on. Y'all know how I feel about that waffle ass Junior. Come on, man. I know how I feel about Junior. Come on, man. Respectfully. Y'all already know how they play, man. So y'all know we're gonna cover that Takeoff because I feel like they got the wrong person. Let's start there. I don't feel like DJ Pat got nothing to do with that. It was mad. It was multiple weapons raised up at that little bowling alley, private party, and it was mad shots fired. We got the girl that got hit in the head. Y'all forgot about the girl that got hit in the head? Well, she got grazed, whatever happened to the female? That whole Takeoff shit, that shit is a whole theory, suspicious. I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. I can't wait. Because I know they're going to say a lot of lies in that Takeoff shit. Yeah, Miss Special was, shout out to Miss Special. I went hard for them 3 topics. That's a fact, Miss Special. That Nip and that Take and that Dolph, man. I mean, go look at my old videos, y'all. Go look at it. Those shits is 40 minutes, 45 minutes, 50 minutes. I went in. I covered it. I covered that shit. I cover how I seen it. You know what I mean? Everybody had their own opinion. I had my opinion. And we're going to talk about that Takeoff because that shit ain't right what happened to Take. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. That shit ain't right. Take ain't deserve that. Dolph situation too. Now they got a whole theory talking about Dolph was going to rap. I got to get to that too. That's a couple topics I got to get to, but I don't believe these dudes. Some of these dudes ain't worth talking about. Some of them they be throwing narratives out there, lies and shit on the dead. I mean, rest in peace of Dolph, man. We ain't forget about the cookie shop, that part. We ain't forget about that. We ain't forget about the cookie shop. Nah, 803, I ain't talk about that YG, man, because I ain't really covered that I never covered what's the dude name out there in the West Coast? What's the homie name that they poked up in the West? I ain't never covered his story, man. May his soul rest in peace. I can't get his name right now for some strange reason. Oh yeah, Drake the Ruler. Yeah, I ain't never covered his story, man. I never covered his story, but I'm kind of Draco the Ruler. Yeah, I never covered his story. I got to get to that, but I never covered it. That's why I ain't never touched that. Pause. I just left it alone. I said, you know what? I'm kind of late on that. You know what I mean? So I just let everybody else cover that shit. But I definitely got a couple opinions about that. Oh yeah, everything gonna come to the light with Govain, man. Yeah, you know, come on, man. You know the cookie girls. It's multiple cookie girls, so yeah, if y'all know, y'all know. But you know, we ain't pointing fingers. Know what I mean? They got their person, but at the end of the day, it's a freedom of speech. We still got freedom of thoughts. We still got freedom of opinions. Just because they arrested the people that knocked off Dolph, that doesn't mean that there was other people involved. We all believe there was other people involved in that Dolph case. So we got an opinion. We could talk. We could say who, know what I mean? We ain't pointing fingers, but we sitting back saying, nah, there's more people involved in that. That's how we gonna leave it. I'm tapping out though, gang. We've been here, what, 3 hours and 40 minutes? I'm tapping out, man. We be back on tomorrow. We be back on. But shout out to everybody for pulling up, man. I appreciate y'all. I love all y'all. I appreciate y'all. Without y'all, I couldn't do it. Shout out to everybody from day one. Without y'all, I couldn't do it. So I appreciate the love. Y'all understand real, recognize real. Shout out to all the homies that rock with me from all coasts. Shout out to all y'all because real, recognize real. We smell it. Y'all smell, know what I mean? Real, recognize real. I come from that cloth. I come from that era. So I could talk a little bit about the history I came from. And when I talk about it, everybody can relate to it, that part. So we're going to keep it on that note. Hopefully we get some justice for Nolan Wells, man. Shout out to all the homies. Shout out to ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to all the ladies, too, that rock with me. I'm up out there, man. Salute to everybody, man. We be back on tomorrow. I'll probably cover another story tomorrow. We'll see how this shit work out. Yeah, I love y'all, too. Y'all already know, man. Without y'all, couldn't be doing this shit. You know what I mean? So we got the live jumping now. So without y'all, couldn't be doing it, man. But we definitely be covering some of them also. Keep that notification bell on. Shout out to all my new members. Shout out to 803. Shout out to everybody that joined Team Smoke, man. Appreciate y'all, gang, for real. Shout out to all my people that supported the Super Chat. Shout out to everybody that donated. Cash App is in there. Super Chat still there. Make sure you grab your membership. Smash that thumbs up, that like button. Subscribe to the channel, man. We moving over here. We trying to cover good cases over here. We ain't done. I got a whole bunch of other cases on the shelf right now that I'm looking like, we ain't done. I'm just covering Nolan Wells because this is the hottest shit. And we trying to find justice for the young brother. That part. So I'm up out of here though, man. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, man. It's your boy Smoke News TV. Salute. My condolences to the Wells family. Rest in peace to Nolan Wells. I'm up out of here, man.
Yeah. This is Smoke News TV. We back in the building. Let's get to it. Smoke News TV, where the truth gets revealed. Every headline getting peeled, every rumor getting grilled. Hip hop industry drama, every deal. If it's making noise, then you know I'm in the field. Smoke News TV. I sit back and wait on it. Cause the truth always rises when the smoke starts clearing. Smoke News TV. We back in the building. Breaking down the latest, every story got layers. Everybody got opinions, I'ma do the homework first. Looking past the captions, digging deeper than the surface. Cause every viral headline don't determine what the truth is. Beef, contracts, albums, interviews. Who's making power moves, who's just chasing views. Some call it gossip, I call it research. Connecting every dot before I give my first words. If it's solid, I'ma say it. If it's weak, I'ma call it. If I catch somebody moving funny, that's nasty work. Close Smoke News TV. We back in the bill. Smoke News TV. We back in the. No bias over here. I just call what I see. Whether legends or the rookies, everybody gets reviewed. Culture over clout, that's the code I live by. Every episode, another conversation amplified. So yo, if you're rocking with the movement, smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel and hype your boy up. Every time the smoke rise,